What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Most Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, everything's good. Cannot complain. It's chaos, but life is right. Short week, man. I dig it, though. I like it. We don't gotta wait till Sunday. Going? Yeah, man, the moving stuff is going crazy. You see behind the scenes, Deke. There's boxes everywhere in the crib right now, man. Yeah, it's never ending. Every time I think I've packed like every little piece that needs to be packed for these movies to come,
yeah,
I'm like, yo, it's still more like stuff. So yeah, I'm right on the brink of turning into like I'm gonna throw everything away mode. Yeah,
just throw it out.
Yeah, we just like, yo, I'm tired of packing, so I'm just get rid of it, downsize.
What stuff?
Just a little bit of everything, man. It's like you got papers, fan mail, awards.
You're tossing out the fan mail.
10 years is a long time, Deke. I don't think you understand. 10 years is a long time, Deke. It's a long time. You think fan mail's bad? Birthday cards even worse.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And I'm just like, you know what? It might be, maybe. I haven't all the way pulled the trigger, Deke, but I'm flirting with the concept of like, maybe it's time to just, we'll make the trash pile over here. And this is what gets to go to the new spot over here. Cause yeah, man. Yeah. It's to that point right now. I'm tired of packing. And I don't even pack as good as Wifey pack. Wifey's like the best packer ever, bro. She makes my packing skills be like, yeah, I don't want to pack no more. You know what I mean? Cause it's like, wow, your boxes like just fit perfectly. You know what I mean? Doesn't look too heavy. My box, I'm like, got a little bit too much in it. You know what I mean? Is the lifter going to be able to, can the mover carry this box, or is this going to be too heavy and I need to take some stuff out? You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking of all that. Yeah. I did my box upside down the one time. So, like, where you supposed to like have the legs little, oh, you write which is in the box. It's like, oh, my bad. So that's why I'm at with it right now, Deke. I'm just started packing, bro. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me thing, man. It could just be me. I'm not a packer, bro. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think a lot of people enjoy the moving process.
It's like I want the finished product, Deke. I'm going to enjoy the product of once I'm there and it's unpacked. But this process right here is like the dread of all dreads. Like, oh, my gosh, we really boxing. I really got to, like, do it now? I've been putting it off for a minute too, Deke. Put it off. And here we are, man.
Yeah.
But such is life, man. Like I said, shout out to Wifey, though, man. Wifey been holding us down, man. Wifey, mother-in-law, they do what they think, so we appreciate them. But yeah, Deke, man, I'm just, my heart's not into the pack, bro.
Don't blame me.
We all got something messy about our job. That's the messy about my job. I'm just, yeah. It's like tackling. If I was a DB, I would be more of the Deion Sanders versus the Rod Woodson type. Like, I just don't want to do it. I don't want no parts of that. Let me excel over here. Y'all figure that part out over there. That's, yeah. When you think about Rod was like, I do it all. I got you. You know what I mean? But maybe that's why I like Prime. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man. So, such is life, though, man. But what's good with you, though, man? How you doing, man? I don't want to be up here complaining, man. I ain't got time to hear about me complaining and stuff, man. Hey.
I'm doing great. Yeah.
All right.
I can't complain.
That's what I like to hear there, man. That's what I like to hear. All right.
Watched a couple of rough Monday night games last night.
They weren't rough. I was actually enjoying the janky games, man. I was in the quarterfinal battle of my fantasy football matchup.
Yeah. The Falcons Raiders one did come down to the wire, but
I needed to. So you was watching for like actual like entertainment. I was watching because I did my fantasy guys to hit, bro. Yeah,
sure, yeah. Because I don't do fantasy anymore.
Yeah.
But the Falcons Raiders was kind of interesting at the end of that fourth quarter because at least the Falcons, they're still playing for something, even though the Raiders obviously aren't. Well, they're playing to lose. They should be at least. Yeah, they need to get a better draft pick. They need the best draft pick possible. They need to make sure they get one of those quarterbacks.
I'm over here watching Vikings and Bears, and I'm like, yep, Chicago sucks. Caleb, you're interesting, but you're young. And then Vikings, I'm just like, I only want to watch you on offense, really, because Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison were the two guys I needed to have nice games. Yeah. I learned from you. You said handcuff some of them guys, so I handcuffed them dudes.
Receiver's a little different story, but
not in Minnesota.
No, I know.
Those
Sometimes you
two,
just want the most pieces on a prolific offense.
Yeah, those two specifically.
They got some nice pieces there.
One or the other gonna go off each and every week, and sometimes you get both. I've
done that before with the handcuffs, up, bro. With the when you get the starter and then you get the backup running back. Yeah.
So it was like a hybrid handcuff.
What you're doing is just grabbing great pieces, but part of a great offense.
Because I was like, yo, he's gonna get force-fed a ton of targets. He's getting force-fed a ton of targets. It's Sam Darnold, so he's not really reading it. He's going to his guys. And yeah, they didn't carry me. They got me up out of that quarterfinal round. Now I'm in the semis, Deke. So we feeling good again, man. My guys are leading the charge. I had a big game from my quarterback last week too, Deke. Oh man,
who's your QB?
Deke, he lit it up. You know how I feel about QBs that can light it up, Deke. He lit it up. It was gorgeous.
It's either Lamar or Josh Allen.
Wow, why has it got to be that? Why you doing me like that, man?
Well, I know you've had Lamar as your quarterback in the past.
Wow, so I look like a Lamar guy to you.
Well,
it's
you've had him in fantasy before.
So you look at me and you just instantly think Lamar, not Josh Allen. Wait, I don't get
No,
it.
it's either or. I said those are your two quarterbacks.
What's going on, man?
They both went off last week.
So just one or the other. That's it.
What other
I'm
quarterback
either Lamar
went off?
That's crazy.
What
man.
other quarterback went
Joe
off?
Joe Burrow went off.
Not like that.
Jared Goff went off. I don't take yours. I don't look like a Jared Goff type of guy to you.
You didn't draft Jared Goff.
I don't look like Jared Goff to you. Oh, that's crazy, D. Why you doing that to Jared Goff? Why can't I be a guy that would draft Jared Goff, bro? I don't like the Jared Goff type. I'd be like, yo, I like a Jared Goff. Maybe it was Stafford. You don't think I drafted Stafford either, man? Come on, why you doing me like that, man?
Did he go off last week? No, he didn't. No, that was Thursday night. They didn't score a touchdown. No, it's either Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. I feel like you've had Josh on your fantasy teams. And I know you're a Josh fan, but you've definitely had Lamar before. So it's one of those two. They both went off this week.
All right, D.
I'm just doing simple math in my
head.
You
be acting like you know me. I don't really like how you be acting like you try to know me like this on the camera like that. Don't be exposing me like that, man. All right? Yeah, it was Lamar Jackson, though. Yeah, it was Josh last year, and it was Lamar this year. And then it's like been piggybacking. It's like whoever I get this one, I get the other one the next time. Shit, man. He lit it up, though, man. He looked good out there, man. So, he lit it up, man.
You're trying to make me feel bad for
he lit it up.
Predicting who your quarterback is in fantasy and being right about it.
And now here we got the nasty week this week, so I'm really torn. You know how this goes.
Well, I would sit Lamar.
See, that's why I was torn. I was like, dude, okay enough to keep me relevant, and I need the rest of my team.
I'd probably have Russ to begin with. I'd probably have Russ and Fields.
I can understand that. Yeah. See, I said I was in the semifinals. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't even know if they would have, you know what I mean?
I mean, Russ has been putting up numbers. Fields was a good fantasy player, too.
He
was. First 6 weeks, giving you the rushing.
He was. I'm just, in comparison to what Lamar be doing, bro. He done got me out of some weeks, bro. Yeah. So I don't need him to do that this week. I need I need everybody else to go crazy this week.
That's why he's probably second in the MVP race.
No, he's the MVP favorite to me, man. He just had 5 touchdowns.
He's second. Barkley had an off week.
He had shout out to the Steelers. See, Steelers going to do us justice again this week.
That was one prediction I got right.
Heck yeah, you got this one coming up too. All right, bad game by Lamar. We need it. All right, it's happening. Yeah. For multiple reasons, just solidified. Just check it off and check it off. Yeah. That Saquon one was real though. I appreciate you. That was. I like when you call that one.
Why'd you go up against Saquon in fantasy?
No, just for when we talk end of year awards, sometimes it's cool to not have that guy being loud the whole time. He's like he was the Ashton Genty of the conversation. I could put you on the side a little bit.
It's Josh Allen, number 1 for MVP, and then it's Lamar 2, and then
it's Goff.
After that, maybe it is Goff. I think it's between Goff and Saquon for
Goff is
3-4.
Yeah.
That's it. I think those are the only 4 guys that have a legitimate chance.
Don't be trying to get it.
But Josh locked it up. The only way that it flips is if
look.
he tanks these last 3 weeks and one of these other guys really
Don't you do that, Deke. We'll talk some of that end of season award stuff. We might get to it. Maybe. But don't be trying to do that, man. You be trying to do that.
I'm just being honest.
Don't be trying to do that, man.
Just giving real takes out here.
No, you're not, man. No, you're not. The real take was Saquon, nothing. This week coming up, Lamar, nothing. That's the real take. All right, and then if you want, go ahead and throw that Mahomes Chiefs just because he's typically,
Who's your backup QB?
What you mean?
For fantasy.
Oh, I don't. I'm only carrying 1 right now. I'm in the heart of it, Deke. I used to carry 2 and be like, oh, just in case something happened. I'm past that. The 1 week where it was the bye, I had I want to say Jordan Love. No, who did I put out there? Jameis. And it was the week where he played Denver. So he got me up out of there. Yeah. Yep.
Big fantasy week.
And James be getting me up out of some stadiums on occasion. I trust him. Just enough. Just you see how we picking him, we be betting. Like just enough. I think the shooting fell off the foot though. This past game, so might be time to go ahead and hang that one up.
Yeah, he had his chance.
I was like, James. Sorry,
I'm seeing
James,
some reports
sorry, dude.
that are saying the Browns are actually going all in on Deshaun Watson again next year.
Yeah, I was. The way that he started playing, I was just like, yo, man, are you great or are you trash? Like, this is why. Yep. All right, here we go. Thanks. Yep, it's done now, James. Yeah. He had a run though. He had a little run. It was cool. It was a vibe. Yeah. But other than that though, man, everything is good, man. So shoot, we got anything on your end before we get into this thing?
Nah.
All right. But before we get too far into this thing, I do got to do this on the front end, Deke, because like I said, won't forget no more, man. All right? Above your head, you see the DraftKings logo. That means this show today is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, only the top-rated sportsbooking app in all of North America. We talking about them being safe, secure, and most important, reliable. And on top of that, man, we also know that we got promo codes. Shout out to the promo code. It is Moats. For the new customers out there, you download that app. First bet of $5, you'll receive $150 in your bonus bets. It is a dope, pretty cool concept, man. And obviously could add for a little bit more excitement on game days as well. But we also know that at times you can get lost in the sauce. You might develop a gambling problem. If you do and you're in New York, you see the number that you can text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER. I said, you better call 1-800. Now, drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from so that way we can give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hey, Deke, the ad right there was extra robust, extra vocally for all of the premium YouTube members that don't like to have their ads. They pay a little extra, man. They say, hey, man, I ain't got to have your ads, man. I pay for it. Shout out to y'all, man. All right. We appreciate you from the heart. But with that being the case, man, let's get this thing rolling.
Raw Dollars, 330, Youngstown, Ohio.
Shout out. Got to share a line, baby. You know what time it is.
Leah Warren, the 254. DJ Lonnie from 757 Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk, the crib. And I see you, Cam. The sweet sounds of Moats. Boy, you're about to make me blush over here. Jay Farrell says, bro, heavenly melodic. Oh, I'm blushing now. It's a wrap. Chris Hobson says, the boy got some pipes on him, man. No diddy, but the boy got some pipes on him, man. You dig what I'm saying? All right. Deke be hearing the vote. Deke be hearing it right here in person. He know what time it is, man. Sound like Luther Vandross. Alicia Keys. Think who else, man? Any other guys, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, sound like Aerosmith over here. Sound like Rolling Stones over here. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm trying to tell them, man. All right, y'all know what it is.
Tom Jade from the 209, California. He says his dog is hiding.
There it is. Because the dog is just like, oh my God, I've never felt this good before. What do I do with myself? So he had to go, you know what I'm saying, find a little privacy. It's like that sometimes, man. They be like that.
Troy Keller, the 260, Fort Wayne, Indiana, now over the border in Ohio.
Shout out to Fort Wayne and being over the border in Ohio. O-H-I-O. I likes it.
X-Concepts from Claridge, PA, 724. He says, let's get the hats and T-shirts. Kings of the North.
Facts. Big hat T-shirt game. Deke, there's nothing like when that hat and T-shirt come in the mail, bro. Oh, man. It's a great feeling, bro. We need it. This the week right here, man. Let's make it happen.
Last couple. We got David Decker from Rochester, New York. Says, Moats and Deke, happy Tuesday. My Special Olympics floorball tournament is next in January.
Oh, okay. Next month then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Wanted to say month next month.
I like that. He been holding it down, though, man. Yeah, and we do always appreciate the updates as well, man.
Drunk A from the 814, Johnstown, PA, living in the big 610, now Allentown.
Shout out to Allentown, man. Let me tap in real quick, D, because I got the homie Hannibal in the 770 Atlanta. Shout out to the ATL. Then from there, man, you know I got to holler at the homie 900 Juice. He says, Cali, big stepping in the chat. 310 gang, gang. Big time respect. You already know what it is. Let me see. The homie Mike Hood in the 614 Columbus, Ohio. Shout out. And Hannibal says, I'm a mix of like Luther Vandross and Frank Sinatra. I could get that. I could see that. Because I got the range, but I got the powerful. Yeah, I could dig that. I could dig that. Leah Warren always tapping into 254. Colleen, Texas. Shout out. And the Don Hefe Quantity 323 Watts, California. And I'm going to end it with the homie Lifted Ones, because we all lifted. Shout out to the researchers in the building, baby. In the 916 Sacktown. You love to see it. All right. Y'all make sure you hit that like button on the front end. Don't forget to subscribe, man. I think we got a couple of supers that popped up. We'll spark those off and, yeah, man, get this thing rolling. Got the homie TG at 3 o'clock as well, man. Be good to talk to him, man. See how he feels about last week and this upcoming one, too. His childhood team.
Greg Yeager. Does Tomlin punt on 4th and 7 with Big Ben? Heck no. I'm with Deke and Goat Brady on this one. The clock is your worst enemy, down 2 touchdowns versus that loaded Philly O. You have to stop them either way. Love Steeler Nation.
There it is. How'd you feel about it? Yeah, I guess you already talked about it, yeah.
I mean, he's on my side.
Shout out, man.
I agree with what he's saying here.
Yeah. We did get a chance to hear from Coach Tomlin specifically surrounding this, and basically what he said was this, man. He was like, analytics will tell you the closer you are to the yards to gain you go for it. The further away you are, the less likely you are to have success. He said if it was 4th and 5, it's a different conversation for him. He probably does go. He said at 4th and 7, didn't feel the best about it, so he decided to punt the ball. Man, trust the defense. It's like, he felt comfortable with the process, and obviously we can change what we would want based on the outcome of it, but in terms of the actual process, yeah, he was fine with it. So, I mean, I dig that. And, I mean, yeah, sure with Big Ben, but Big Ben also would be out there with the guys too, man. So, all of that kind of goes hand in hand, but I like it, though. Definitely like it.
Chad and Amber Austin have joined the upper room.
Shout out to Chad and Amber Austin. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Richard Arbiza, how do we approach weeks 17 and 18 when we get the dub on Saturday, especially if Houston loses? Don't see us catching Buffalo with their last few games left.
Based on the way Coach Tomlin was talking in the press conference, he basically said, they plan to win. If guys are healthy, guys could go, play your guys. Mainly he was obviously, more so talking about this week, but even surrounding the whole ideology of sitting players or resting guys for playoffs. One of the reporters had asked him specifically in the about the Philadelphia game. He was like, when it got to the point in the second half where it was like, yo, y'all down 2 scores, guys getting hurt. Did you consider sitting anybody? Do you consider sitting anybody this week versus the Ravens? And he's like, absolutely not. He's like, man, we're playing to win every single game. The dude was like, yo, why wouldn't you, Jay? He's like, yo, it's simple as that. Like, we trying to win every single game that we out there, every single time that we out there. And I know that's kind of times me and you bumped heads a little bit, man, where we'll talk big picture concepts, where it's like, for some, like, when you're talking just like the football side of it, you don't even entertain the, yo, let's just let this happen to let that happen, or let's sit this back so that it's just like, man, you so locked in and saying as long as there's time on this clock, man, we're going to figure it out. We're going to find some type of way. And, that's kind of where he was at with that, man. But I think that's that, I obviously side with that. That's, all I know. so to speak, man. But how you feel about it, man? You sitting anybody? If you win this weekend, man, the division's locked up. Do you think Buffalo is out of reach? And does them potentially being out of reach dictate what you do with your personnel?
I think oh man, I don't know. I really don't know because you can't do any worse than the 4 seed then. I think that's kind of where he's getting at with locking up this division. I also think there is something to be said for going into the playoffs not rusty. So, I would prefer Pickens to get a couple games under him if he can, as opposed to just coming into the playoffs completely cold.
Yeah.
And Pickens is just an example. I mean, you could say the same thing about Deshaun Elliott or Ogunjobi, whoever it is.
Heck, even TJ. I mean, obviously we hoping and everything seeming like he should be more available sooner than that, but same convo with him.
I think if you're at the point where you can't do any better, you're locked into a seed, and I would assume that week would be week 18. Let's say we went against the Ravens. I don't know what happens week 17, but let's just say week 18 we're locked in. Then I think you consider benching some guys for sure. We've done that in the past. It was the 11-0 year, the COVID year. We sat like Big Ben. We sat a bunch of the main guys against the Browns final game of the season because we couldn't go anywhere. I think we were locked into a certain seed. We won the division. We weren't getting anything better than, I think at that point, a 3 seed or 2 or 3 seed, and we weren't going to do anything worse either. So that's what I'm thinking about it. Because there is a chance the Bills could lose to the Dolphins. They could lose to the Jets. You could get that. I think the 2 seed is valuable.
They got Patriots twice and then Jets.
That would be 2 home games. Mm-hmm. I think that's something valuable. I think that's still something to like. Don't be stupid about it. Like that's the one thing. If a guy's 50-50 on the fence, no, sit him. But if dudes are 100%, then I don't see a reason why you don't play him. It's football. People are going to get hurt, but I think you have him out there. If there is a chance to improve and get a better seed and help your chances in the playoffs.
I agree with all of that. I also think of rhythm because we go back to that same game that you referenced, that Cleveland game, and what happened the following week. Those same guys went out there, but we saw even on the first play, the rhythm was off. Snap over the head, touchdown. Now you down 6-zip. Now we playing catch up. We started out extremely slow. We were down 3, dang near 4 scores in the first quarter. So I think of that also. I think of obviously, even back when I was out there and we got the bye going into playing Jacksonville, and how it was still just like, you feel like your rhythm is just off. You get to bang, 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 and now you got this dormant just in between, and now your next time is, we really, competing against some team that is extremely hungry because now it's playoffs, it's full tilt. So I think of that as well, and I'm just like, is the hope of health better than us still being hot and being in rhythm? And we talk about being a hot team late in the year. That's kind of like when I'm torn between when we're talking about sitting guys, to what extent do they play, do they dress in certain games, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the balancing act. 'Cause there was many times with those Colts Peyton Manning teams, they would lock up the playoffs 2 weeks left, and they'd be sitting everyone, and then
flat.
They would go into the divisional game after that first round bye, not having played in 3 weeks, and they would lose. Yeah, those Peyton Manning Colts teams,
it was more common for that to happen. Yeah,
pretty frequently. But I think that's different than just 1 week of maybe getting some guys that are a little banged up, that extra week rest in a week 18, or making sure TJ Watt's fully good to go, or sitting like a vet guy, Cam Hayward, Russ even. I think that's a little bit different. It's just 1 week as opposed to the 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. In theory, I'm like, it's just a week and it shouldn't kill us. But at the same time, I'm just like, I know what these
maybe you do a half.
Yeah, I like a half, man, because I'm like,
you treat it as a preseason game
just
to stay sharp.
You don't want to.
That wouldn't be the worst idea either.
Yeah, don't give them anything that could potentially be a negative once playoffs get here, man. We want to be playing our best ball and feeling the best too, and that might be the compromise, man. Play them a quarter, treat it like a preseason game, man.
Yeah. All right, that was Richard Arbiza. Are there any more?
I think Greg Yeager.
Greg Yeager says, what Steeler players have we made the most excuses for? I got JPJ.
I would just ask for more context. When you say excuse, like what do you exactly like you mean, or what do you like? How do you interpret that?
Someone that's playing bad that we're making excuses for. Adding extra context around there, maybe subpar play.
Because I'm sure this has got to be like subjective, right? In terms of like what we deem as like good player, bad player is what I mean.
Sure. I mean, probably. Yeah, I think.
Because I was like, because objectively, you can't like technically any of these dudes,
especially on defense.
Yeah,
too.
it was like
defense more so than offense.
Yeah.
Offense, you could look. All right, Pickens has X amount of yards, X amount of receptions.
All right, but it's like
now,
unless we go through it,
we could do that with him and say his numbers could even be better if it wasn't for the penalties and stuff. But it's easier for offense.
Yeah, because I'm like, and basically what I'm saying is this. Like you just brought up, we can highlight the positives from a super easy standpoint offensively, so we will focus on that more. Defensively, we're going to bring up a penalty, or we're going to bring up a single catch or 3 catches, right? But we got to go to talk about the 70-plus other snaps that were played by that player is what I'm bringing up. So that's what I mean, like, what do we mean by excuses? So are we just talking subjectively? Because if we are, then, yeah, everybody's going to have a different opinion on what they think is a good player or not a good player, what they think is successful or not. And that's cool. I just wanted to know ahead of time before we kind of get into that. That's all.
Sure, it's not Najee. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
I'm serious, but it's like, because some people still look at Naj. Think about it. Naj, the only guy that's done what he's done league-wide, and people still be on the fence about do you want to commit to him long-term or not. Not even the level of it, just do you even commit to him, because they're under the belief that, yeah, running backs growing trees, man, just get another one. We don't got to worry about Naj. But objectively, Naj has already proven that he is more outlier than norm.
I see where he's getting at a little bit here. Because
I'm trying, make sure we're on the same page, man.
The problem with me is, though, I actually do think JPJ is playing good, but I think there are people like me that are glossing over the penalties, and some fans may say, like, we shouldn't be glossing over those penalties like that because it's still giving the offense 15 yards just because it's not going on the stat sheet.
It matters.
I think that's. I'm guessing that's where he's getting at with it, but.
I like that.
I still think JPJ is playing good, but he actually might be right, because I don't know who else is really that polarizing in terms of like how we're talking about him right now. Maybe Patrick Queen, but I think most are in agreement. Whenever we see him out there, you gotta tackle better, bro. Like, I don't think we're making excuses for him. Yeah. Whereas with JPJ, with some of the penalties, we're like, hey, you know what? That's just who he is. You're just gonna take that with his type of play. But it's still, I mean, it is still something he needs to clean up long term.
Yeah, and I think cleaning up long term, I agree with. But he was saying excuses. When I think of excuses, I think of we lost. Why did we lose? Man, it's because the referees, man, they was calling all the flags against us, man. The fans was too loud whenever we had the ball. Man, every time we got out there, it was extra cold when we got the ball, and it ain't never was cold when they was out there. That's an excuse to me. That's what I think of when we hear excuses. When I think of what we talk about with the players specifically, I'm like, I don't feel like we make a ton of excuses for any of these dudes. Think of anything, we actually tell you the truth about them. Now, not everybody always agrees with that truth, and I think that's where we kind of get the tension at times, man. But yeah, I don't feel like we over here making excuses.
That's the only guy I could think of if you're just trying to.
Because I was like, people used to bring up Minka. People would bring up Minka, and how many times we had.
I don't think he's playing bad, though. He's not having any of the negativity.
No, but what I'm saying is this, though. People still say that Minka is not playing well because he hasn't had a turnover. This has been numerous times, not even with you, but I know for a fact on multiple things that I do around Steelers Nation where, yes, that has come up on numerous occasions solely because of a no turnover. But it's like, are we not looking at all of the other that is happening? We go bring up the catches that happened on JPJ, but we just ignore the PBU. We ignore the not the PBU. No, he actually did have a PBU. Yeah, he should have had a pick. But it's like, look, he should have had 2 picks. Yeah, but it's like we ignored that part of it, and it's like, yo, that negative outweighs that play that you made along with all the other plays where you were matched up as well, and nothing was given up on you. That's all. it's like we like to hyper focus on this side because it's easier to see the negative than to actually take some time to look at the positive in there as well. Whereas offensively, we said, oh man, it's easy to see that. That was good. He had 5 catches for 70 yards. The boy played 50 plays though. So his other 45 don't matter. But because you play defense, you could be locked down for 45, but you give up 5 catches. Hey, them 5 matter way more than the other 45. I'm always disagree with anybody when it pertains to that. That's all. But I like it, though. Shout out to the guys.
I'm not ashamed of the excuses I will use for like a JPJ. Because I typically do say that after he gets a penalty or 2 in these games. I'm like, you know what? He still had a pretty good game, and that's just what you're going to get with JPJ right now. I'll take the good with that. Or I guess the good with the bad right there. I think the good is outweighing the bad with JPJ. I think to his point, though, like, I'm not saying that with Broderick Jones when he gets penalties or someone else gets penalties.
We've called out Broderick a lot too, though. We don't.
Well, that's my mean.
We're not saying.
That's my point. Is we're not making excuses for Broderick to the degree that we are with JPJ, or making it seem like we could just overlook these penalties. It's fine.
Does the actual penalty?
And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad take.
I'm
fine. I'm fine with those excuses because I do think JPJ's good is outweighing the bad.
I think it's one of those things where if a person already has the mindset that, he's heavily penalized, then they just gloss it over and just throw it in that bag. Whereas if you actually look on a penalty per penalty basis and look at the actual calls, the T. Higgins, we all were watching the same plays, and it's like, okay, you could literally call that a 50-50 because that guy is just as aggressive as that guy. But we're going to hold that play and make that way more is the way it comes off at times. So, well,
that's true too. I also do think JP has been getting overpenalized at times. Yeah.
But I just think the context of it matters, and it does the argument a disservice when it's just, in my eyes, all the penalties are kind of lumped in there like that. Because it's not the case. Whereas when we look at Broderick and specifically some of his penalties, I feel like the reason why it is criticized and talked about differently is because there isn't the questionable nature of, man, they both going at it. Dang, how you throw that flag? Or why'd you call this one? Then we see GP go out here in the exact same context and you don't call that one. We don't be feeling like that with the Broderick was. We be like, yeah, bro, that was a hole, bro. Yeah, that was bad. That was illegal. You can't do that, bro. Like, that's all. From my perspective, at least.
Yeah. Next we got
shout out to Greg Yeager though, man.
Richard Arbizo. Does 3 games in 10 days warrant limited snaps though? For who? What do we mean?
Yeah, we could take it multiple ways. If we were talking about specific vets, I'm gonna tell you,
not these 3
if
games.
your Coach Tomlin, the answer is no. Because why? Like, I get this whole...
If you're out there, you're out there.
Yeah, it's like, man, we know what it is. We all know what it is, man. Do you want to get the hat and T-shirt? You want to win the division?
Week 18's a little different. The scenario I brought up, we're locked into a certain seed. That's different.
We talking the heart of it right now, man. Yeah.
But yeah, the 3 games in 10 days, it's...
You know exactly what this is. You
the
know
Eagles
what this
game
was
we
in
just
August.
played, this Ravens game, and then the Chiefs game.
Yeah, we locked in on this one, baby. Heck yeah. You knew what this ride was when you got in the line, and you can't get off this one, man. So you play your guys, man, and you pray that health is on your side, but that's no different than if you start in the game in week 1. Yeah, we want all of our starters to be the guys come playoff time. But do you not play a guy at all throughout the season or limit his snaps because of the thought that he might get hurt? No. You play the game and you pray that his conditioning, his physical and mental and everything that goes with it is going to help him be good enough, long enough that he can avoid the injury and still be his best self, man. But you can't, come into these games with that mindset of, we try, just don't get hurt. I can't do that, man. So, yeah, I don't anticipate any of them dudes having limited snaps unless they are actually injured or getting the GP load management. Yeah. Which we haven't seen since whatever week that was.
He wasn't even getting the load management treatment.
He got load management, Deke. He got load management, bro.
Just another time.
It happens with all starters. It happens with all starters. All right, just look around the league. All the premier wide receivers.
I would like a reporter to ask Tomlin about that.
Can we get a follow up on that, please?
Yeah. No one's asked about the load management ever since.
It's common practice, though. It's common practice. All star receivers go through this, man. Say, Coach, well, I know you ain't just loud ass like that, man.
Well, no, he did.
Coach, you really just gonna look at us on national TV, you just go loud like that, bro? That's crazy. Everybody do it though.
Greg Yeager in quotes says he's a handsy player.
I mean, sure, if you're using that as the context of it, yeah. Does that solidify an excuse? If that's what you deem as an excuse, then sure, you're correct, man. I don't think that's an excuse, though. I think that's just a person trying to describe this player in a way that most people can understand it, versus trying to say, yeah, he is a guy that is very physical at the point of attack, and he's going to reroute you with left hand, right hand, and after that, yeah, he's going to get contact with you down the grass to stay in phase with you. It's the same thing. You say handsy. Handsy has the negative connotation. I mean, it is what it is, though.
Donovan Bickel-Hawk. I don't like how they use JP. Let him live or die on that island. Most of the time he wins those matchups. In my opinion, he plays better doing that.
Yes, but you also have to think from a overall schematic standpoint, man. If you just bastardize your defense, your coverage, and just say JPJ, your man every single time, that has a ripple effect on all 10 other players. Sometimes it's going to be a positive, sometimes it's going to be a negative, but it's just you create more with that. That's why you don't see a ton of teams do that, even when they got the elite of the elite guys. It's like, yo, they'll still treat it where, yeah, I'd still want to be able to still do certain things zone-wise, blitz-wise, schematic-wise, from a disguise standpoint as well. And even when you go back into that matchup, man, versus 80% of these other receivers in this NFL, man, that jam that JP put on AJ on every single time he caught the ball, man, them dudes is, they whole rhythm and timing is off. It's just AJ Brown is a heck of a dude. That's why AJ is who AJ is, though. It's a lot of corners, man, in this world that would look just like that, probably a lot worse than that, man, versus AJ. And that's why AJ's a $100 million dude, man. But but that's the thing here in Pittsburgh, though, man. They're not gonna do a ton of that. Just, yo, JP, you just stay man the whole time, man. It is what it is. We don't care inside, outside. Like, they don't want to put that much stress on the rest of the guys on that defense right now.
Greg Yeager says JP got cooked by the matchup we hyped up.
Who hyped the matchup up, though? I mean, if you
AJ Brown versus JPJ is a big matchup. That is one you're hyping up.
So, let me rephrase it there. From my perspective, I'm not surprised by what transpired on Sunday. Maybe that's just me there. So, Greg, maybe you could explain how you felt about the matchup prior to it. And Deke, obviously, you might relate to him a little bit better. So, you might, you know what I mean? How'd you feel about it? You thought that JPJ was going to lock up AJ Brown?
I didn't think Jalen Hurts was going to play as good as he did.
I get that part, but did you think that JPJ was going to lock up AJ Brown?
I thought he was going to have good coverage on him. The catches that AJ Brown did have on JPJ, I thought it was pretty good coverage. It was just AJ Brown being AJ Brown and being a really good physical receiver. Mm-hmm. From my recollection, at least. I don't think there was one where JP got like torched and there was some big separation. I think Jalen Hurts put the ball exactly where he needed to, and AJ Brown made a play. It's just one of those that
and he dropped the pick.
I think you could live with, and then
he dropped the pick. If he catches the pick, we're not even talking about him like that. On top of it, everything could still be the same statistic-wise for AJ Brown if JPJ simply catches that pick that was in the red zone that he dropped. It's a whole other conversation in here. But we supposed to be under this feeling that, yo, he was torched, it was bad, it was God, all because of AJ, man. He had 100+ yards. It's like, yo, like I hear the cover, but I feel like I got the sticking point, man.
I didn't think JP necessarily had a bad game. We didn't have an answer for AJ Brown and Devonta Smith, and Jalen Hurts playing the way that he did.
I was gonna say, I can see if we run it like post corners, post vert. My man's winning on slants. And you look at the slant, he's getting jammed the heck up. And instead of him falling, it's just, all right, he's able to come back, catch it. And now it's like, yo, can you tackle him or not? Like I said, I feel like I'm missing something, man. But it could just be me. Shout out to y'all, though, man. Shout out to Greg, man. I like this, man. I like it a lot.
All right, that was the last of the Super Chats.
All righty. Y'all hit that like button one time for the culture. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, man. We will spark it off, man. Going back to Coach T.
Well, he follows up real quick.
Oh, yeah.
All week we said we drafted JPJ for a physical type of receiver. I did think it was a great matchup for JPJ.
Greg, did you not watch it, though? That's what I want to know. You said all week we talked about drafting JPJ physical receivers. Check. So, which rep was JPJ not physical at the point of ball coming off, reroute at line of scrimmage? Show me the play, because I can pull up at least 5 where I know for a fact he put both hands on that man, rerouted him, and AJ literally gets his balance back and is catching it. So if you can explain that part to me, I would agree with you, baby. I'm just trying to see where he did not have that physicality. And yeah, they both had 100 yards, and I'm with you on that. I love the fact that you got the stats, man. That's dope. But as a whole, tell me where he was not physical with what we drafted him to be physical with, is all I'm saying. Because you talk about it as if, like we said, he wasn't doing anything. Like, he was just getting torched from start to finish. Where was JPJ? Where was JPJ? And I don't really agree with that, unfortunately. That's all. I mean, I get it. The ideology is, yo, you draft the quarter, he's supposed to be locked down. You don't even look to that side of the field anymore. Man, you show me the guy that's doing that, great. Where's that guy at? Not in Pittsburgh, just league-wide. Show me that guy. Where it's like, yo, it don't matter who you put over there that's locked up. You don't even look that way. Who is that guy? There isn't one of them dudes. So that's what I'm trying to figure out is, like, what is your overall expectation of JPJ? What do you deem as good performance or not? So that we can get the same perspective on it. Because I feel like right now, you're looking from here, I'm looking from here. This is like, yo, we ain't really seeing eye to eye on any of that stuff, man. And we can't say Pat Surtain. You saw what GP did to him. You can't say Sauce. He done got cooked a couple of times as well. You remember how TG talked about that just last week. So name that guy that we are going to say league-wide, Deke. Where's the Deion Sanders? Where are the Darrell Reeves? Who's that guy? Where it's just like, yo, above reproach, you're not even looking there. That guy does not exist right now. Oh, and it was A.J. Brown. Tell me the guy that's doing that versus A.J. Brown on top of that, man. But we could call it an excuse, or we can call it reality. We can lie to ourselves, or we could be telling ourselves the truth, man. That's all.
Donovan Bickelhop says people forget A.J. Brown is a dude.
Yeah, big time dude. Yeah. But I get it, man. I get it. A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith, the fact that they had 100 receiving yards is a tragedy. Like, yeah, I'm with it, man.
I like this comment. I think Darnell Clem explains it pretty good, at least from my standpoint. JPJ didn't play terrible, in my opinion, but he lost the matchup for sure. All week, though, y'all was saying how y'all like JPJ over A.J. Brown.
Not we.
I definitely like the matchup for JPJ, given that
he matches
A.J.
up
Brown
well with the big physical receiver, yeah.
Speedy route running type of guy.
Yeah.
He's done good against receivers like that in the past.
Yeah, but y'all acting like A.J. Brown.
And right, he didn't. I don't think he played bad
man,
against A.J. Brown. It's just A.J. Brown made more plays. He beat him in the matchup. Yeah, for sure. The results are the results.
I'm just trying to figure out. This is where I could just be completely off. Who do we perceive to be the better player at their position, just league-wide? Do we view JPJ as a better cornerback than we view A.J. Brown as a better wide receiver, NFL-wise? Because the way that comment section, and even you sometimes like have referenced it today, it's like it is coming off like y'all view JPJ as a better cornerback than A.J. Brown as a receiver. And if that is the case, then I think everything makes perfect sense in terms of why I'm all the way off with everybody.
Oh, A.J. Brown's definitely more proven. We would like to think JPJ is in that type of class as a corner as A.J. Brown, but he's not completely there yet, as we've been seeing this year. It's one of those. It's like let's see this is a big test.
Oh, okay, because I'm just like, I'm big time team JPJ, but bro, this A.J. Brown we talking about, it ain't. I guess to me,
well, it goes back to Jalen Hurts playing the best he's probably played all year.
Like, and that's fair too. We know what he's capable of when he's playing on. We got that. It's just, to me, I don't know. I just view like AJ is like, this is solid. This is proven.
I think there's
this
just
is
so
not
many.
even a debate.
There's so many good receivers in the league right now.
You're growing. You're improving. I want to see, can you match up? We saying so many of these dudes. I don't agree with that though. Is Garrett Wilson a better receiver than AJ Brown? Are you going to say yes to that? To me, it's no, and it's a definitive no. But that's why I don't know how people view AJ Brown. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe they don't view him as a top tier guy.
Well, again, Jalen Hurts hasn't been playing as good this year and getting AJ Brown the ball, so his numbers aren't the same as what they used to be. So like that, my point is like there's probably about 20, 25 guys in the league where you could just be rattling them off like you and your buddies are talking about top 10 receivers. You could be just naming dudes to Terry McLaurin, Garrett Wilson, Pickett, like you know what I mean. You could be talking about all these names
out there, but it's like
and you could do the same. We just did the same exercise with JPJ, and we're talking about him being like top 10, top 15, and AJ Brown's he's definitely in the top 10 conversation.
That's fair.
So I think that's where people are.
I just think the JPJ part is still more.
Yeah, it's not as proven.
It's more speculative.
It's not as
more
proven,
like
but
we
know the talent.
Whereas AJ Brown is more, we're speaking from what we've already seen, and now is he doing enough to hold off the up and coming guys? Whereas JPJ is still the up and coming guy. He's the guy still trying to prove that he can be the Pro Bowl. He can be the All Pro.
No, I agree with that.
We know what AJ Brown is. He's already proven he's a Pro Bowl. He's already proven he could be an All Pro. That's my whole thing. Like I get the youth part, I get the timing of it, I get JPJ fresher, younger, and all that. But it's like, it's AJ.
And that's the thing. With all that being said, I mean, we probably are considering JPJ a top 15, top 10 type of corner.
That's why I was like, but baby, I
think there are just more proven receivers in this. Whatever, maybe it's because the NFL is slanted so much more towards offense, but it seems like there's a ton of really good receivers that you could be putting in that top 10, 15 conversation. Then whenever you compare them to a cornerback that's in the top 10, top 15, you were like, oh man, I would say that receiver's probably more proven. I feel better about the receiver in that matchup.
Respect.
Maybe that's where it is. Everything's just more weighted towards the offense and receivers these days.
Respect. Yeah, we went to a whole little everything, man. I like it though, because it's like this mix of we feel like JPJ is nice. Greg kind of feel like JPJ ain't nice. I kind of feel like AJ Brown is nice. Everybody else kind of feel like he's like kind of nice.
Yeah, I think AJ Brown up to this point is better at his position than JPJ is at his, to put it simply. Yeah. At this point, and I think I would have said that going in. I think I would have said if this was the conversation.
Like I just felt like if the roles were reversed,
but I still like the matchup for JPJ.
I just feel like if AJ Brown wore a black and gold jersey and JPJ wore the Eagles jersey, I don't think this convo. I don't feel like the lead up. I don't think any of this energy is like how it is. But because the roles are reversed, we got to do the whole like, yo, he's with us, so that's that. And it's like, yo, you know what that is right there, man. And if that was here, we know how we talk about GP, and GP hasn't even been on the AJ Brown spot yet. He's close. He's flirting with it, but he ain't even done that yet. And we all look at GP and fancy him better than JPJ.
I may be wrong, but I would like to think I'd be saying the same thing, and that AJ Brown, you like him in the matchup, but I also think this type of matchup he's going up against like a JPJ. Like it's going to be interesting because JPJ is more of a physical corner, but
got long arms. But
if Jalen Hurts can get him the ball, then I would like AJ Brown's chances, which is what happened, and that's why like going into this, I was saying from like the JPJ perspective, our perspective, Steelers perspective, like okay, obviously AJ Brown is really good, and that's what
Hurts was the one that
I highlighted it whenever we talked about the ways the Eagles could have the edge over us, and one of it was they have a healthier receiver. They have the more prolific receiver, the more prolific weapons on offense. But Jalen Hurts ain't playing like Jalen Hurts is supposed to.
And up until that point, Russ was playing better than Hurts, man.
Yeah, you got a JPJ who's a good physical corner that does well against bigger receivers. You know what? This is a good chance for us to neutralize an AJ Brown. But Jalen Hurts balled out, and AJ Brown is just A.J. Brown. I mean, obviously, he's
he gonna catch
one
his
of the best in
slants.
the
He
league.
gonna make it where you got to tackle this man, and we're gonna get it how we get it. I like it though, man. I like it.
Greg Yeager says rookie JPJ over year 2 JPJ.
I mean, I'm gonna disagree with you, but I like your energy on it. You're saying less is more. That's fair, man. That's fair.
Benny Guavo, he didn't get 100 yards on JPJ only.
Trust me, Benny, I'm aware of this as well, baby. You know that. But for argument's purposes, it's easier to just throw all the negative on JPJ and just make it exclusive. I'm with it, man. It's just funny that way, too, man. I like the banter. Yeah.
828 style. I think people are expecting too much from JP because of his name. He's not his father. He's his father's son. We think greatness because of the name.
I think you're absolutely right with that. I also feel like when you are drafted in the first or second round, or how we talked about him as the 32nd overall pick, you associate first rounder with, you're perfect. You're going to come out here and you're the reason why the franchise changes for a positive. And he still has had that impact. Let's not act like he hasn't helped our secondary out in a major way. But at the same time, man, the expectations that we put in, I mean, it's been multiple times even this season where me and you have kind of went back and forth about the expectations of the defense and what we deem as elite, what we deem as good in 2024 compared to 08, compared to, earlier in the 2000s, stuff like that. And it's just like, it has a little bit evolved some. But at the same time, it's like, man, if you look at what he's doing in comparison to current day, his contemporaries, it's like, this dude is closer to the top than he is the bottom. So, but that's the beauty of this game, man. And the other funny part is this: he go out there and get a pick this week. No one even talks about this. He gets 2 picks this week. Oh, he's the greatest corner. I told you he's top 5. Greg wouldn't even be pulling up. Hey, Greg, where Greg at this week, man? He turned into like, what did Kenny Pickett do there, man? I forgot my man over here. But yeah.
JP ain't playing bad. I know that for a fact. He's not playing bad this year. Just not to the extent that we were hoping of being top 5, all pro, Pro Bowl. That's about it. He's playing. I think flat out he's playing good. Like if you had say, is he more of a net positive or a net negative? He's definitely been more of a net positive.
And I look at it as simple as that. Would you want him on your team? Would you not want him on your team? Is he starter caliber to you, or would you not be starting this guy? And if not, who would you be replacing him with? And that's the other part of this thing. Like, give me the right now, but then also give me the, I would just get it in the draft. And we named 30 different positions that we just going to get it in the draft.
Nah, he still feels like a player you're building around with this defense for the next decade or so. He seems like he's really going to be a staple. It's just not happening as soon as we potentially thought, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. He's still improving.
The consistency of the dominance is not happening like we would want it to happen right now. He's still a good starter in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Right. I'm about to say,
we just said
that's the other part.
Top
like,
15.
Yeah. Let's when we go critique him, let's critique him and let's be specific. It's like, man, do you want to have less penalties? Yes, regardless of why the penalty is called. Do you want to be cleaner? Yes, because that means your technique is that much better, and we're always striving to have perfect technique. So that's the first thing. The second thing, you want to tackle better. We knew that his first year, and we talked about how he's continued to get better with that element of his game. Is it perfect, though? Nah. But is that something that we could all agree? Hey, we can see that. Hey, we got to get better there. Yeah. But this, like, big panic. Oh, man, I don't know if he do. I just got cooked. I don't go there with. When I look at JPJ, that's not how I feel. That's not what my eyes tell me. That's not what the numbers reflect. So, yeah, man, as much as I would love to be able to lock in, man, and find that common ground with this thing, it's just, guess here we are, man.
Samuel Pugh, we just ran into Hurts sitting up with the controller of that game.
Big facts. He took it serious. You seen the big boy chain he had on after the game, Deke? Did you see the necklace, man? He had a cool little 100 on, little 200 on his neck. Actually, that might have been 3, Deke. He had the diamonds all in the back of that thing. You need something like that, bro.
It might be too flashy for me. Might not fit my style.
That ain't.
Yeah. I need something more subtle.
I see that. I say, yo, I'm gonna just tuck my eyes in, Deke. I don't need that attention, Lord. Oh, shit, the big boy. I said, oh. So yeah, when you bring that chain out, man, clearly you're trying to send a message. All right, and I think the message was received. He said he's back. That's what he said. He's like, yo, I'm you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Y'all talking about Garrett Goff and the NFC. I'm still here. I respect it. But you brought the big boy chain out for that one. Why?
Now let's not go overboard here or anything with the Jalen Hurts love or because I know a lot of these.
I'm just talking about the diamonds of dancing on it.
No. I'm a lot of the media saying like they're for sure favorites, Super Bowl, this and that. Let's not forget we were down 1 score third quarter. Najee Harris dropped the toss. Let's not forget that.
They're talking NFC though.
I get that, but still,
because you saw the Lions get beat.
If anything,
if
anything, I think that's more to my point of we're still where we need to be or who we could be going forward. Mm-hmm. If they're talking about the Eagles like that, we were down 1 score in the second half against them with Jalen Hurts playing awesome with them. Yeah. Really, I think they were firing on all cylinders on offense. I mean, they had the turnovers and everything, but all that being said, and us not even like playing that good, we were shorthanded. We were down a score on the road.
Yeah.
In the second half with the chance to tie the game in their zone. Just catch the toss.
Better throw. Gotta go better toss, bro. We talked about better toss, man.
Justin Gordon, this is why I tap into the show. Moats' pro perspective keeps my fan perspective in check. People need to calm down. The ops get paid too.
Respect to you, Justin. Now, you know, I don't want the Moats be keeping it, you know, with the regular perspective. I want the people's perspective sometimes, man. You feel me? Sometimes I want to lock in like y'all be locking in, man. I just want to just get the passion out. But then the analytical side be taking over. I'm like, yo, Moats, you can't say that, bro. You know you don't believe that, man. You better cut it out, bro. All right. So I be trying. But, you know, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of when the guys are getting a bad rap for something that I don't think is actually that. And sometimes, as we've talked about as well, numbers don't do it. It doesn't tell the full story. You have to watch it and actually understand what you're looking for, understand what the ask is, understand what the intent is. And I just, you know, I get a little passionate about that on occasion, man. I love me a little football. I get a little passionate about it, Deke. I get a little passion, man. You know, it's football. That's how we do it.
Greg Yeager says, just for the record, I do still love JPJ and Najee.
Man, we know this, Greg. But this is the fun part about it, though, man, because we are critical of everybody, man, in the sense of when you're trying to be the best and it's a salary cap league, all of that matters, man. All of it matters.
A2A style. It's not like A.J. Brown was slumping before Sunday. They were just letting 2-6 beat him. They had a better game plan than us. They knew we'd focus on 2-6 and not the passing game.
Yeah. The numbers reflect that also. It's A.J. Brown, bro. I feel better about A.J. Brown than Jalen Hurts. Nah, I'm with you.
That's what you should prioritize stopping
make
first.
Jalen Hurts look like that. Because up until that point, he was not looking like that.
No.
Yeah. And Coach Tomlin did say in the press conference.
They just out-executed us. I guess that's the phrase you could use. They outplayed us.
It's a strategy thing as well as being outplayed. And he said a little bit of all of that in the press conference, man. Yeah, there are certain things schematically where maybe you go back and you say, should we sell out as much as we did to stop the run? Should we have played as much man at times, or should we have sprinkled in some more of these zone concepts? Instead of going to your traditional cover threes, maybe you go to the 2-high look, the cover 4s, because that may have, you know, deterred a little bit of the Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown stuff. But the flip side is Saquon. Up until that point, Saquon had been the biggest reason why that offense had been clicking. So you run that risk, and do we allow? I mean, we seen non-Saquon dudes have some success against us. If Saquon go out there and let's see if no names could get for $145 on this.
Yeah, I would have been more frustrated if Saquon went off for 200 against
like,
us.
yo,
and that's why I said first thing, stop the run.
Come on, son. What's the Tracy for the job, bro? Tracy for the job, like, yo, if he could do that, hold on, bro. Chase from the Bengals, like, hey man, hold on.
I'm not happy with how our defense played, but I could understand. I could live with it a little bit better than Saquon going off for 200 and us not prioritizing stopping the run.
Mm-hmm. That's all. I'm just like, yo. And even with that, we were still in position on multiple times to still get off the field, make plays, and look good. We just couldn't tackle. A lot of this craziness that took place, man, is, if you make this tackle, that play never happened. If you made that tackle, that play never happened. You heard Coach Tomlin, he alluded to that. Man, sometimes when you don't make this play, now you got to deal with what's really about to happen. It's like, man, sometimes, I don't want to have to worry about how do you defend this concept and that concept. I don't want to worry about the tush push. You know how to stop the tush push? Don't allow them into the short yardage, that 4th and 1. How you do that? You got to tackle well. You got to be good on 1st and 2nd down. But shoot, you see multiple times, man, we got to do 1-on-1. And whoop, missed tackle. Yeah.
Right. All right, that was the last of the supers.
All right. And let me, actually, 'cause I just seen it was 3 o'clock. Let me text TG. You know he ain't going to be ready. All right.
X Concept says Saquon looked mid.
They look like Minka tapped on him. What would it look like to me, man?
Yeah, we did our job stopping him.
Him and when he went out and they brought in Gainwell, both of the backs, man.
Hurts did good on the ground. Yeah, Hurts just had a really good game all around. It's probably his best game this year, honestly.
Yeah. Why is it always gonna happen versus us?
It's whatever.
Yeah,
we move on.
Now, respect on that, man. But another positive, man, on the Coach Tomlin thing as we get ready to wait for like I said, waiting on TG real quick. From an injury standpoint, though, was kind of optimistic about a lot of the dudes, though, man. Yeah, he wasn't really ruling out anybody going into this week. So I do like that, especially when we're talking about with Deshaun Elliott, hamstring, Larry O, I think he said it was growing with him. Obviously with GP, man, we're still monitoring to see how that's going. I like that. And then even with TJ, he was like, yo, man, seeing him walking around. Just like looking kind of comfortable. So
TJ's definitely playing.
I got a strong feeling that TJ's playing as well. It's a hat and t-shirt game. It's the Ravens. Yeah, you could lock in a home playoff game by just simply winning on Saturday, man.
I'm also fine with sitting all those dudes.
TJ ain't said no, bro.
I don't think he is.
TJ ain't said
but
no, bro.
I would be completely fine with it. Because we're not talking about them being 100%. Full participants in practice, good to go. We're talking about questionable, 50-50.
Lose a day of rest.
So,
and you traveling.
If there is a chance of re-injury or making it worse, I'd rather not.
Some of these dudes have never won a playoff game, Deke. And they feel like, man, best way to do that, the way we talk about a league, the best way to win a playoff game is to get it at the home, man. Get it at the crib. Got to make it come through Pittsburgh, man.
I get it if they do play, but I'm not upset and say like, oh, we're stupid for not playing our stars in this big division matchup for the AFC North. I would prefer the health over the seeding or the division going into the playoffs. Maybe that's just me. Because if Deshaun Elliott tears up that hamstring even more,
we got Casey though.
No.
No. If
Ogunjobi tears up that groin even more,
we got Loudermilk, bro. We got Dean Lowry. We got some guys, man.
That may feel worse.
We got
than
some
the
options,
win.
bro. What you mean? We got some options, bro. Come
Pickens,
on, man.
same thing. If any of those dudes,
we got Mike Williams.
Makes it worse.
Big Mike. Come on, man.
TJ Watt. No, I think his might be a little bit different with the low ankle sprain.
Are you saying because we got Herbig and Preston Smith, so we don't need TJ?
No, I'm just saying. I don't even know. Yeah, that's not even like a re-injury type of thing.
Look, man,
making
we got
it worse.
Preston, we got Herbig.
Those
man.
other
we
ones
got
are soft
options.
tissue.
Yeah.
You could easily make those worse. The hamstring, the groin.
It's
with Elliott, Ogunjobi, and Pickens.
But you got two sides to the groin. You got the left side and the right side. You be all right. Yeah.
So I'm good with sitting them. I am.
Yeah, I'm messing. I'm with you as well. Stay healthy. That's the big thing.
I could understand
Gotta be healthy,
them
bro.
wanting to be out there and
yeah.
them ultimately playing, but I'm just telling you, if it happens, that's going to feel worse than winning the game, in my opinion. Losing some of those big guys.
But it's not going to happen, so we good.
Sure. I mean,
go ahead.
Let's hope so. Let's hope you get the best of both worlds. Of we win and everyone plays and everyone's
completely healthy and the same as they went in.
And that's how it's going to be. Straight like that. All right, the homie said he is ready finally. All right, so let me make sure I get everything locked in. And y'all hit that like button one time for the culture. And subscribe if you are new to the channel. As we get ready to call up the homie.
Greg Yeager says, ask TG if Najee fumbles again, is he a Steeler for 2025? I just want to ask TG how many
fumbles
that
Yeah.
Najee Harris has put on the turf this year.
All right.
What's his estimate?
Let's see what the guess is.
How many times have you seen him put
that
the ball
for
in the
certain
game?
was the topic of discussion yesterday. Holy smokes. My apologies on that one. Crowd. Yeah, get your ears right. We back now. We solid. Yeah. DJ Moats over here. Y'all ain't know, huh? I mess it up on the ones and twos on occasion.
Please leave your message for
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold on. Actually, just give me a second to do this, though.
Do we call him back?
Oh, yeah. Because he was actually just trying to call me.
Okay.
Yeah. But in the midst of me calling, I realized I was tangled up. So I was like, you know what? Let me hit you back real quick. Now we good. Yeah. All right.
Hello.
You. How's my dog?
What's happening?
There he is. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages. You know what time it is. We joined right now by that one and only man. I'm talking that Pittsburgh Steelers alum. I'm talking that West Virginia Mountaineer alum. They said it's almost heaven and it's bowling season. I know their game just finished up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But on top of that, though, this is my locker mate, one half of the locker mates, the one and only Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG. TG!
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What's happening?
Man,
what up, man?
What's the word, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. You know I'm feeling good, man. Hey. Got good news, all good.
Okay. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I like when you got good news.
Hey, you know, you just
gotta respect.
I seen all of the news. You just gotta
because it got kind of loud.
It got real loud out here, didn't it?
It says some Pittsburgh Steelers alum getting loud. I don't know if y'all saw Mike Vick, man. No. Most recently, his name popped up with the Sacramento State University job, man. Yeah, it was linked over there, so. They said he's going to build one of them, like, all-star staffs if he were to go out there. But they said Norfolk State's supposed to be looking at him. And
that's an all-star staff, though, bro.
Yeah, that's what he said.
What's an all-star?
I don't know.
What makes you an all-star?
I don't know.
How do I get to be an all-star? I like my skill set too, man.
My dog said, "Yo, I like me. How do I become an all-star, man? Yeah. Shoot, and like you're an all-star in my book, man. You know what I mean?
I think just stay tuned. I think there's a lot of good news coming out. I think just stay tuned. It's a lot of good things, man.
Okay.
Gonna be competitive. Gonna win a lot of games.
Okay.
At a time, man. Stay tuned.
Okay, I like it. Well, shoot. Yeah. I'm sure your flow mode guys, man. Y'all racked it up down there, man. So I like what you doing. All right. So like I said, you elite in my book. You an all-star in my book. All right. But talk to me, man. How did my dog feel about this here matchup, man? Yeah, talk to me, man.
Man, I thought it was a war, bro. I think Philly's a good team, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was a good team. I think they had a good game plan in the sense of the RPO, the zone read, and I thought they did.
We're losing you.
Yeah, about to say
it slows people down so much that you have to win your one-on-one, you know? So even like the bang in the end zone, like that's an RPO. If you bite too hard on that, it's a run. You know? It's a Saquon coming at you. Like, if you don't bite on that, it's a Saquon coming at you. If you do bite down on that, it's an AJ behind you on a post, on a dig. You know, and he's still reading it, so it slows down your TJs. It slows down your edges. and they're athletic edges. Like they get out on their tackles. So I thought they had a good game plan. Like that was a tough little matchup. You know, like that was a tough matchup. That was just styles make fights. I think that's a tough little team.
I mean, but with them though, man, specifically though, we obviously know the matchup, man, on the perimeter, man. AJ Brown, Devonta Smith versus our guys, man. JPJ, Dante Jackson and company.
Yeah.
I mean, what was you seeing? What was you seeing? How'd you feel about it, man?
I just felt like it was a couple plays here or there. I thought they played well. They just a couple plays here or there that just give up big plays. Like he was finding it in the zone. He was buying time. He was finding it in the zone. But I thought like they had to man it up in different ways. Like it forces you to man it up so hard in different ways.
Oh, you're playing 11 on 11. Yeah.
You're playing 11 on 11. And you have to stick to it or else it's holes in there. So when you were seeing people wide open in the middle, it's just off of them RPOs and the sit downs and different things like that. Like they just it's almost college, you know? Like they truly stretching you out 11 on 11. It's tough. And it's a Saquon in there that you commit into the run. Like they stuffed the run.
Well, that's part of the convo as well, though, that people have had, man, in the sense of that approach. Did you like the approach? Selling out to limit Saquon and leave your guys kind of, one-on-one on the perimeter? Or would you have tried to take away the pass attack?
That's who had to beat you, because you putting all that in the fit. Like, you putting all that in the fit. The play that everybody talking about when Minka came off the edge and hit him, like, that's in the fit. That was a blitz. Like you could see it before it developed.
Hey,
like,
Minka showed enough thought saw that boy in half. I said, "Oh Lord, all right, man, that's what you want."
Like, I hate people saying like that's a bad hit. It's like what else? How you supposed to hit him? Yeah, it's nowhere else to hit people. You can't hit him high. You gotta hit him there.
How would you have hit him? Yeah,
I thought that was a perfect hit.
How'd you view that, Deke? You thought it was a bad hit? The Minka hit on Saquon.
Thought has crossed my mind about that being a bad hit.
Oh, okay.
People were actually talking about that being a bad hit.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I thought that.
When he tackled him in like the backfield.
Yeah, because they saying that's when he had kind of went limp. Got a little gimpy, started disappearing. Snap started, He's like, where's he at, man?
To me, it was a great play for Minka and one that we could talk about and be pro Minka about. But it's just one that I didn't even like think about that much. Yeah. It's almost like a forgotten play. Oh, nice little tackle for loss there by Minka.
But that is how you play, though. That's how you play.
That's how. But you remember we talked about that. Like as a running back, you better you better be coming through looking for. Hey, I know that one dude. That chop.
He gonna take your leg off, bro.
He gonna take your leg off. He'll saw you down. You better know where that's at. And you think about that as a running back for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to.
Because it looked like it hurt. That's the other part. It's like, some hits don't look like they hurt. His like, that hurts. Yeah.
That hurt.
But as a whole, man, what was your thoughts on our tackling, man?
I didn't think we tackled. It's just one-on-one. They make you play one-on-one. I didn't think we tackled terrible. I didn't think the defense played terrible,
Yeah.
Like, it was really a couple plays here and there. I thought, like, it's just certain... The bang, like that's a one-on-one play.
Yeah,
it was some of that second level stuff we missed.
Yeah, like a lot of these are like one-on-one plays. They was doing like these mesh sit downs, like these like almost like RPO.
Well, I know with Devonta, you watch him and it's like, if it was zone, he was sitting and that ball was out every time. It was nothing he was gonna do to stop that.
Take it right now.
There was nothing he was gonna do to stop that one. And then when it was time for it to be man, that's when you got AJ running that slant on the backside. Even with the jam, he's still catching it for 7. It's like, but that's AJ. You know what I mean?
That's AJ.
Yeah.
I don't know. They forced a turnover on the teams. Got some momentum. I mean, I didn't think they played bad. It just didn't. Man, Philly had the ball all day. Like, they had the ball all day.
But part of that was due to the tackling, and some people have questioned, should we have been a little bit more aggressive blitzing-wise in that second half when you see Philly, they had, the 13-play drive, and then they had the 21-play drive that ended.
I think it's a little bit scary to blitz that sometimes because now you're, like, all 5 on one level against a Saquon. If one get out of his gap, it's gone. Like, it just... It's dangerous. That's dangerous, right? It's a Saquon vector. You gotta stop that run at all times.
Hey, but they say you're not supposed to live in your fears, though, right?
No, I don't think that's living in your fears. I think that's very strategic. You was just talking about him for MVP last week.
Who your MVP this week?
Well, I think TG last week said it was Josh Allen anyway.
Well, Lamar had 5 touchdowns this past game. I just ain't know if he knew.
Yeah, it's still like Lamar did.
He had 5 of them things, bro. Yeah.
Lamar did look good last week.
Yeah, he had 5 of them things, bro. And they won.
Against the Giants.
But it was 5 in
Josh
a
Allen
window.
Did that against the Lions.
It was 5 in a window, Deke. Don't do that. It was 5 in a win.
I think he for sure should get co-player of the week.
Get honorable mention player of the week, man. I see you, Lamar. Yeah. Give him honorable mention, man. Him and Jared Goff.
I think Josh Allen's definitely going crazy. He's definitely going crazy.
Jared Goff had 500 passing yards and 5 touchdowns as well. Just y'all know that.
The chest pass. His confidence is through the roof right now. You can
funny.
see it.
He said he's in his Mahomes. Yeah, they different right now.
Now he's in mode. Hold. I just know you're there. Oh man.
Hey, look, we ain't doing that today, though. All right, this ain't supposed to be about Josh. We ain't talking about him today. All right. Let's get on this offense real quick, though, man. How'd you feel about Russ? How'd you feel about this offense, man? Passing attack, what was he looking like?
It wasn't bad. So they didn't have that backside vertical. They needed that. It was a couple plays, bro. They was rolling the whole defense away from it. They was running like quarters and different things, and they was stealing from the backside completely though.
Now,
like pushing things.
Now, why do defenses do that though as well, man?
When you feel like your corner can hold up over there. So they let Slay have the one-on-one over there all day, and they let everybody else just cover in the zone and they cut up stuff. So now you got mismatches, you got I'm not mismatches, but you got overlap in a lot of places.
Because you got the extra guy hanging around. Yeah,
you got the extra guy hanging around. And that D line was balling, man. You couldn't run at that. It was a tough time,
And that's part of what we knew going into this game, that Philly's D-line, they invested a ton in that thing. Draft pick-wise, man. They got some dudes up front, man.
It's big up there.
Yeah.
I mean, TG, I'm kind of with you. I know we didn't play our best. We didn't play great or anything, but I don't think we played, like, that bad, or at least maybe what the score indicates, or at least how it ended, because to me, it came down to the Najee fumble in that third quarter.
Don't put that on Najee.
We were down one score, driving in their zone, had momentum.
I don't think you can't. I don't think it's on Najee, but I said that too. But
wait, what?
Like that's his first fumble, but it's not on Najee too. Like,
wait, bro, come on.
I said that too. I'm like, it's not on him, but it's not on him too.
You're saying the toss wasn't good?
Like, it's not on him.
Wait,
it was a good pitch. Like everything about it was good. Like it's just like it's not like it got punched out, but it's like. Yo, you gotta. I said the same thing. It's crazy you said that. I said the same thing. I'm like, it's not on him, but that's on him.
Yo, if you can see my dog Deke face right now, oh man, I'm
no
saying.
I promise I said that too.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I used to laugh like this. I'm sorry, but yo, that Deke face was like, yo, are you for real? No,
come on, bro.
Yeah, because that's not on him, but that's on him. Like,
it's not on you, but that is on you, bro.
That's on you, come on, man. Like, he tried to go get it, man.
That's what it was, too, though. That's certainly what it was.
He tried to go get it.
He had just had that little run beforehand. He's like, yo, I'm finna go. All right, I'm downhill. Yeah. And hit him in the bad spot.
We talked about that toss power is like, it's interesting. I like the toss power.
You about the only person I know that like it. I can't stand that play. It works. I like it works, but I hate it. And why does he have to call it to the short side of the field? Is my that's my own.
Because you want it to look like a toss,
right? But send it to the wide side, and so at least I get toss illusion. There is zero illusion of the outside run when it's Naj to the short side of the field to me, man.
I'm with you.
But it does work though. It's effective. Yeah. It's effective. But why do you got to keep that one? Like, run the stretch play. Hand it off.
The stretch.
Give me the stretch. I'd rather be the stretch play than the toss play.
But the stretch is, yeah.
You can still hit it downhill, but the timing is different. Guys. They're not stretch guys. Yeah. They're definitely not.
Like I think they're power guys.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like,
get off the ball.
Duo guys.
Get off the ball. Yeah, we not doing I'm gonna block the areas. That my guys. That's your nah.
A little RPO.
This is our guy right here. Like, yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, TG,
like they don't even pull a lot.
That's we OG power offense when it comes to running the football. Yeah. Duos, doubles, powers. Yeah. Gap scheme.
A little trappy, you know. Well, not really a trappy.
Nah, even our misdirection is still a downhill like power run. I'm like, yo, that ain't no regular. Like, yeah.
I might bring the wide back.
You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, that ain't regular. That ain't no normal counter. Mm-mm.
Now, TG, we were talking about this yesterday with Najee. Up until that game against Philly, how many times do you think Najee put the ball on the turf this year?
0.
Oh, my God.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's what
I'm not saying fumbles lost. I'm saying the times he put the ball on the turf.
He ain't never put that ball in that ground, man.
I thought it was like 2 or 3 times. Maybe.
He don't put it on the turf. He don't do that.
Not lost fumbles, nothing. We just.
I'm telling you, it was
we
at
feel
least 2
like
times.
We've seen
and it was like in a month and a half
like be out
time period.
Not a fumble.
I don't remember that.
So we was all trying to figure this thing out, man, because
I mean, I feel like it's dropped out before.
But when we looked on the stats, it said like
Baltimore came out.
You see what I mean? I thought earlier in the year one came out and QB recovered it, but nothing pops up on the sheet. So
I remember like him falling into his, but I don't see like he don't put it on the.
He
turf.
don't, right? But we're like maybe it was one where it might have came out and
that's
they
my
was
point.
Him
it
as
feels
down.
like he weirdly has over the last couple months. It's out of character.
But I mean, why? Because that fumble.
Well, not only that one, but there was a couple times before.
Hey, stop saying that was his fumble yesterday. All right, that was his fumble on
It
Sunday.
definitely was.
Just put some respect on him. That's on Russ.
This.
I can't believe you, Russ.
I can't believe
Russ,
you guys are saying
ball
that's a bad
security,
toss.
Russ. We need ball security.
I can't
They
believe
call
it.
that on, no, that's on him. Yeah, that's his phone.
What?
So Russ, man.
That's his phone.
Hey, that's Russ' fault, baby. That don't know. That's
Come
Russ' fault,
on.
man. Hey, it's a backwards pass. It's a lateral. That's on you. I ain't catch that. No, that's your fumble.
Now Mano's
sick.
with me. He's saying it was 2, Deke. Leah Warren yesterday said I think there was 2 or she said she saw 2 or 3 times. There's a couple people.
Yeah, where we're like, yo, was he down? And that's why it wasn't viewed as anything, or it just they vaguely remember.
Either
the
way,
ball
I just wanted to
being
get your
out around
perspective
him.
on it.
Yeah.
Because there are some people that are saying that he fumbled the ball 0 times this year as well.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
Yeah,
It's like a big conspiracy right now.
He don't fumble the ball though. He does a really good job. I will say he does a good job. He protects the ball.
Well, shout out to Naj then, man. Shout out to Naj.
Not as much recently.
Like that's on him, but that's not on him.
It's not on him. Stop saying that, TG.
Yeah,
don't
so
you do that,
I'm
man.
with you.
Don't you do that. Don't you put that on
I
him.
know exactly what you see.
It's contract year too. Don't you put that on him, man.
But they don't ask you how. They ask you how many.
Mm-hmm. And his zero, D.
Nah, that's
Bro,
on
it hit
him.
you
They
right
gave
in the
him that.
chest, right in the hands. Just
They
catch
gave
the
him that.
toss.
They gave him that though.
Just catch the toss.
It did hit
They
him.
gave him that though.
Ooh.
They gave him that. That was his fumble.
Who?
They gave him that.
Russ.
They put it on Russ
They
joint.
put-
They put it on Russ stat.
It's on ESPN as
Yeah.
a Russ fumble.
Did they?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
It was like, it's like I like it. Yep,
might-
yep. Put it on him then.
he
If you're gonna do that,
Russ might have called in and took that.
Russ is a good guy.
Yeah, he might have called in and took that.
You don't think Rodgers
Yeah, I
would
would
have?
I did that.
All right, now with our wide receiver situation, man, how you feeling about this week, man? You sitting guys? You bringing GP back if he's close to available? What's your energy with these wide receivers right now, man?
I mean, I'm saying how you feel. How you feel? You ready to go? I think you want to get back in a groove. You know, I think you want to win these two. You got to win one. You need to get. You want to get 1 of 3. You want to get 2 of 3.
You win this weekend, you lock up the division, and at least you put a floor on how low you go. You won't drop anything lower than the 4th seed.
The goal is everything through Pittsburgh. You know, that's always the goal.
I mean, shoot, we gotta get that
So it's
one
like-
though. You gotta
Yeah, I know.
it's
and that's
some guys.
That's tough. So that's
Yeah.
what, for the fact of that being the goal, you still playing. Like you still, it's not really you're in rest mode of nothing. You know, like you still trying to see what can shake out. There's still a lot of games. These are big games coming up. You know, so it's like not at all sit out. But if it's like 30% or if it's 40% to 50%, then you sit it out. If it's 50%, if it's 80 and 90% game day decision, you take it down to game day. Like, you know, it's a big games.
Now you said, man, it's a t-shirt game this week, man. But say you got a chance to lock this division up, man. So you already know the dude's gonna be hyped up about this one, man. But were there any? Did you have any final takeaways, either one of y'all, from the Eagles game before we move on?
Just catch the toss.
Catch the toss.
If we're gonna sum it up like that, I mean, we got outplayed majority of the game.
I don't think you put that on him. They just controlled the game. Like they truly just controlled.
That's what I'm saying. I think at the end of the day, we did get outplayed, but
it was like
we were down one. We were down one score, third quarter in their zone. Like I think things could be different if we score a touchdown there and Najee catches that toss. 2020, you don't think our defense maybe plays different after that?
After the flea flicker too,
little
so
momentum. I think the momentum just completely shifted in the Eagles' favor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I think overall, I think if you want to sum it up in one play or one little moment, I'm saying the Najee toss. But overall, we got outplayed. Like our defense could have played better. Offense a little flat in the first half, didn't convert on those turnovers. But we're still in a spot in the second half. We weren't out of it.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It just didn't feel like.
Wasn't our game. We were shorthanded too on the road. Mm-hmm. Eagles, good team.
Yeah,
things weren't going in our favor. Refs were against us.
Oh man.
I mean,
they like that one. He said he like this. Oh man.
They were.
Like that.
He said you had me until you threw the ref, and he's like, "No, I can't go there. I can't complain."
They called Zach Frazier for that tripping call.
Jumping off the wagon. I thought Philly was ready to play, man. They looked like they was ready to play. Looked like, you know, it was one of them. I think Pittsburgh will be really ready to play this week.
Well, shoot, man, talk about it though, man, because we know this is your team. You know how you feel. You got that Ravens tattoo. You still got the Ravens tattoo, or did you get that covered up?
No, I don't have the Ravens tattoo.
Oh, I thought you had the little bird joint. Yeah, it was like
Buddy in the picture. You got what the Georgia tattoo
with the SC profile pic. I'm like, yo, bro, you got a lot going on, bro. It's about coming to Penn State. Like, hey, bro.
But I think don't be full pads all week type week. Like, you know how it is. Like, I'm counting my pads. Like, I think. Because the fact that it felt like it was out physical last week, I think they'll be super physical this week. You know how it is. You know, like
the bounce back week too when you got out physical. Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's just right on time. Like everything feel bad when you lose. Like, oh, we got to change everything. It's like nothing to panic, and you get good news like the playoffs. So it's like, all right, like bounce back this week. I think they'll be super physical. I think they'll stuff that run pretty nice. You know, I think they see how to stuff it. I think they put a game plan how to stuff it. Now they just got to cover that pass, you know, and that same of stuffing it.
Your boy had 5 touchdown passes, man.
Yeah, he balled last week.
I mean, what's up? How you feeling about him in this week? He doing that again?
Yeah, it won't look like that.
Oh, all right. That's what I need to hear.
Those boys is Cancun on 3. They ready to go.
Okay.
Like some of them are like it's just you can see it. They're ready to go.
You said they already done closed out them leases. They done shipped them cars. You know what time it is, man. It's like that sometimes, man. Just get ahead of it. Just get ahead of it, man.
They get ready for the drive.
Yeah.
They trying to get. I don't know what they're gonna get. They might get a Shador.
Either them or the Raiders.
Yeah, they might get a Shador. But Shador might be one that like forces his way to the Raiders somehow, you know? Like I don't.
That's what
Eli Manning style. Eli Manning style. Like,
he got Eli juice?
Yeah, he got Eli juice for sure.
Okay, all right.
For sure.
That's what I needed to hear. I just be asking the questions, man. I be over here curious sometimes, like, because Eli had juice. We ain't never seen him. Like, yo, he really pulled that, and it worked.
Yeah, Eli was like, I'm not going there.
Hey, TG, and it worked. They really came back. It was like, all right, guys. Okay, he's serious now. We're like, whoa, John what? Like, how y'all do that? Yeah, it worked. Yeah. I like it, man.
TG, speaking of like Shador.
I
What do you think about Travis Hunter playing both ways in the NFL?
I don't think all right. So I think I think he's super athletic, you know? I think he's super athletic. And I think his ability to be super athletic, it helped him in college. But I don't think he goes. I think people are too athletic for him to go super both ways the whole game.
You got to be more skilled than athletic at this level. Yeah. Whereas collegiately,
I just think it's a lot of mutants up here. Yeah. There's so many mutants up here.
We all got athleticism. Yeah.
But it's like your detail to your work got to be so tight. Like it has to be the right team. Like it would have to be somebody like the Raiders, or like it would have to just be the right place. Because it's like you got your receiver one already, or you got your corner one. So even though you're attaching that, you don't want to get half a man. You want to get the whole thing. I know you'd be in shape. I know you can go, but it's just different up there. I think he'll do it a little bit, but I don't think it won't be that. It won't be what you just seen at Colorado.
But you don't think he's talented enough that he could do it, though?
Yeah, I think he's super talented enough, but I just think the league so much, I just don't see it like that full speed. Not every, he was doing a lot of plays. The only time you think he was only 100% was in the beginning of the game and coming out of halftime, right? Besides that, his meter got to be a little bit lower, 80%.
You would think, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you would think. And I know he's a mutant. That's amazing. What he did was amazing. That's why I think he should have won the Heisman, because that's amazing. But I just don't think you do that in the league. I think you do a little bit, but I think that's going to be tough a little bit. I think you're going to be 100% at a receiver.
Is the challenge, do you feel like it's more, is what's making you hesitant, is it the physical? Could he sustain it? Or is it the mental? Would he be able to lock in from a skills perspective to know all the little detail stuff?
Yeah, I'm sure mentally he could do it. He looks like he's super sharp. He's a football guy, I just think it's going to be it's just a lot. It's a true skill to just do the position. But then to go on the other side and do the other position at that high level, going against that same high level, all right, you just ran a route against Ramsey, and then you got to turn around and go cover Tyreek,
Yeah, I get that. I dig that. I dig that. I can see what you mean.
I think it's a little bit. It's just tight. It's just a little bit. He's gonna have to just be in uber shape, and I think he'll be able to do it a little bit, but I don't think it'll be consistently all year. I don't think that'll keep going. I think it's all right, I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah, because you let him try it till he can stop. Basically, that's at least what I would do. Let him try it.
I think you give him a little bit of it. I think
when we say let him try, are we saying let him play the full because at Colorado he's playing 100% of the snaps, offensively and defensively. Yeah. Are we saying that, or are we just saying play X amount of snaps on offense, play X amount of snaps on defense?
Kind of like 60, 70.
When we see with J.J. Watt used to play. Oh, he plays tight end on occasion, but he's really a full-time defensive guy.
I'm saying 60, 70. I don't. Because even if GP's getting 80%, that's a full game for him.
Heck yeah, that's full 80% of bro. 50% of the snaps is a lot of snaps in the NFL, man.
Yeah, so maybe between that and 70 on each side.
Man, bro,
is that too much?
It's a lot.
50% plus 50%. That's 100%.
He got that Sunday game into that Thursday game.
He don't need that. That'll do him, man.
I'm not saying that, though, because I think he's special. I think he is special. I just think there's a lot of special guys in that league, too.
TG, what did it feel like, man, when you was hitting people in college, getting hit back in college, versus when you was hitting people in the league and getting hit back in the league, bro?
Yeah, it's just different, bro.
Yeah.
It just is. Respect. It just is.
I like it,
I think maybe for a little bit, even, and I know it's not nearly the same, but Debo playing receiver to running back, and I know it kind of got about the money in a sense, but it's you know what? I'm just gonna do this receiver. I'm gonna just lock it right here. I don't know. We've never seen nobody do it before. Charles Woodson did a little bit, but he was playing I mean, not Charles Woodson. Yeah, he was playing
We
corner.
did that in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying early on,
nowhere close
Julian
to this degree,
Edelman
though.
did a tiny bit of it, but he was doing like slot receiver and like nickel corner type stuff. It wasn't full time starting on either side. You know what I mean? And that, like I said, maybe it was like a year. If I didn't think it was a total year, it was like a handful of games he was doing it. You know, but other than that, huh?
No, I'm just saying like.
Yeah, but I was like, other than that, I don't remember like anybody being able to do it to that extent at this level, man.
I just we've never seen it.
Yeah.
You know.
But shoot, man, sticking with Travis though, he did win the Heisman versus Ashton Genty. They say one of the closest margins. So yeah, how my dog feel about that, man? Seeing Travis Hunter get the Heisman, man. Did you feel like that was appropriate?
I did. I thought he should have won it. I thought he was a Heisman winner. He was the best player in college this year. It was exciting. I think his whole factors mattered. I think he was the most exciting, you know. I think he was Travis. Like, he was exciting. The fact that he did play offense and defense at a high level. I thought offensively, he went crazy, you know. He played really well. He's exciting. He's so exciting. Like, I think his excitement, I think the Deion factor did matter. And, like, I think he's just so exciting. Like, it's like, I think he was the best player in college.
But what about when they say it was just he played more snaps, whereas Genty had the better stats?
How though? Because he played offense and defense. Like, but I mean,
because you know that's what they say. Oh,
he was elite at both,
stats, man. It's snaps
he was
versus
elite
stats.
at offense. He was elite at defense. He made the most of those snaps.
I think at the same time you get the ball more as a running back too. Like, you know.
Okay.
But I think it's both can factor. Like, you touch it more. You know, you get more touches.
I mean, but
you know,
we talk about Genty, man. He's about to break Barry's record, man.
Genty, and you got to think Genty sat out
Barry's
a lot of
record too, bro. Yeah.
And he sat out a lot of time. Like, there's a lot of quarters that was like, all right, we're up enough.
Yeah.
Shit. You know, that record probably could have been broke right now. But yeah, I just think Travis was more exciting. Travis was the best player in college football this year, for sure. He was. And it's some nice. Well, Travis was the best skilled player in college football this year.
Whoa, why are you saying it like that? Then you got real like
I'm just saying,
you got real specific on me all of a sudden, man. Who are you saying is the best player then? So you backed that off real quick. You feel me?
Yeah, Travis was the best.
I'm actually curious. Who was the better player?
Travis was the best. Travis was the best player in college football.
Oh, all right. I was like, yeah, we default to whatever offensive lineman the experts like, bring up. You know how that is. Like, oh, all right, this guy's supposed to be all right, sure.
It's been some dogs. Like, there's some people that's like dogs out there. That one D lineman from Michigan is a man. He's a man. He's a man. He's a problem.
I thought you were gonna say Carson Beck, maybe.
He got a tattoo on it. He got a sleeve, bro. The sleeve is
I like
fire.
Carson Beck. I think Carson Beck's nice. I'm a big fan. Like, I'm a big fan.
Okay.
I'm a big fan. And I think he know how to win. Like, I'm a big fan. I think he'll be a steal.
Did you say you think he'll be a steal?
He's in a sense because they're dropping him. You know, they're like Cam Ward 1.
Cam Ward and Shador 1 and 2.
Yeah, like, he's not in that combo. He's gonna be a steal. Like, he's gonna be real good. He's gonna fall to a good place.
So is he Bo Nix?
Yeah, I like him more than Bo. I like him more than Bo Nix coming out. Okay. I do. You know, I like him. I don't know what it is though. What did he do? Did he do his elbow or did they say?
That's what we're trying to see. I thought it was the elbow. Yeah. Like the way it
looked.
Like
the elbow.
Yeah,
that's the shoulder.
Well, I want the elbow.
You know, you don't want the elbow.
No, that's definitely be the shoulder. You don't want the elbow.
You know, now you're like, what's that?
Elbow. I'm real hesitant now. Yeah.
Yeah, slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I like him. Yeah. I like Cam Ward. Cam Ward make it look easy.
But you taking Shador over Cam though every time, right?
I take Shador over Cam.
Now here you were real specific. Why did you say you would take Shedeur over Cam? Why'd you say it like that?
I just like what Shedeur bring to you. Like Shedeur bring a lot to the program. Shedeur got a good arm. Shedeur hold the ball a little long. He hold it a little bit long, but I think Shedeur got the effect of like just everything about Shedeur. You going like
that's QB1,
you know? Yeah, it's QB1. Yeah. Like he bring that QB1 effect. You know, you get a lot with that. Hard Knocks probably in your building, like little stuff. You know? Shedeur, and I think Shedeur know how to win. I like Shedeur to the Raiders. I think that make all the sense in the world.
They keep Antonio Pierce.
Brady out there. So, I mean, I see it.
You see it.
I see it.
That's what I
Brady
see.
out there. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I like it all the way. But I get what you see. Like, I get that. I just, like, the actual, once it happens, the execution of it is, like, what I'm concerned. I'm like, yo, I think what y'all doing to this roster right now, man?
See, I think Shedeur to New York just matches.
I like him in New York. I like him with Dave. I like him with Malik Neighbors. Like,
that just matches, and it's New York. Shedeur,
it's loud.
York, like, I just think that's
big city,
Shedeur.
Bright lights, man.
Yeah, I think that's him.
The diamond's gonna be dominant. You know how they do, man. Come on, man. Yeah,
I think that's him. Everything about it, you know. But it's just the Shedeur and the Raiders, I think would be nice too. Like just because of the Brady effect, just because of I think you'll do well up there. They'll turn something around because they got pieces in there too. Hey, I think it'll be this should be a good little draft. It's gonna be a couple players. It's a couple guys in this.
Now this one's a little out of left field. Is it time for the Falcons to bench Cousins for Penix?
Hey yo, why y'all want to be negative? Why you want to do that? You doing a lot. That's tough. He have a couple games where it's a little slow out here. Now I'm saying y'all talking about shit. Turn the page on. It's time for Penix.
They won last night though.
Come on, man. In prime time too, bro.
Yeah, they won.
Yeah.
Are they winning with Penix though?
They don't ask how.
They're probably putting up 27 with Penix. 30 points with Penix.
Man. They won. It's W. They can't protect, man. They O-line trash right now. All right. Stay off Kirk, man. How you feel about Kirk, TG? How'd you explain that? Now, who's his offense? Tell me where you think Kirk would look good offensively at.
Pittsburgh. I told you that. We talked about that. Pittsburgh. Play action. Let it go.
We ain't doing that.
Under center.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Back foot hitting the ground, ball out. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on,
1, 2, 3,
man.
throw it.
Ball out, 1, 2, 3.
Ball out.
Hand it off, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
All right. Screen. Deke feeling the Kirk Cousins to Pittsburgh, man. I say, yo, if everything goes wrong, and Russ, it feels like, yo, we crapped out.
We're going Rodgers.
Kirk, bro. You gotta call up Kirk, man. Call that
like
man up,
Kirk,
bro.
Kirk in Detroit.
Come on,
Kirk
man. Call up Kirk, man.
Nice.
Call him up.
At Minnesota was him.
Oh, yeah, Minnesota.
You see Minnesota upgraded from him.
That's the same. That's what Kirk was doing. Kirk was doing that already.
Not to that degree.
Kirk was doing that already, man. Kirk's the blueprint. Kirk
not to that degree.
Kirk showed the play. Yeah.
Seattle would be nice.
All the same. Nice, run the ball, run the play action pass. Yeah, Geno can't do it better than Kirk, though. You know that.
Geno do way better than Kirk.
Oh my gosh, you gotta stop this, man.
Geno nice.
Geno cool. I'm a Geno guy. Geno's right behind Kirk Cousins. He's like the second closest to Kirk, man. Yeah.
Oh man. Geno spin it nicer.
Oh man, Geno just taller. That's it. Geno just taller. That's about it, man. But Kirk listen, man, Kirk gonna let that thing rip. Hear that? Yeah. Okay. It's Kirk, bro. Don't do him like that, man. How many years Geno got left anyways, man? He might catch him in a year or two. We'll see. But what'd you say?
No, I was gonna say I think Geno contract about to be up in there.
I was going to say, yeah, you know what, man? We might not go Kirk Cousins. We might go. It might be Geno. Never mind. How you feel about Geno?
Be nice in Pittsburgh though.
We're bringing back Russ. If we're not bringing back Russ, it's Fields.
I was just
and then
asking,
after that, we're going Aaron Rodgers.
We were just curious. It was just curious. Geno them is?
Those are the three options.
I was just curious. Geno to put together some. He done turned it around. He hasn't wrote back yet. He don't look like Jameis. He's past that. Yeah.
I like Geno in Pittsburgh.
Say it,
That'd be nice.
I'm with you. That's what I was asking. I'm like, because we technically got 2 quarterbacks on 1-year deals right now.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
That'd be nice.
He would be cheaper.
That'd be nice.
He would be cheap. He'd be cheaper, Deke. Be cheaper.
That Russ is going to get expensive.
He would be cheaper. Russ is 40.
Russ
That's
going to
cost
give
of 40.
a discount. Yeah.
What's the discount? Would you think he get 35, 30?
I'll give you this. Geno's better than Kirk Cousins. I'll give you that. I'm with TG on that.
Whoa,
it's a better option than Kirk Cousins.
Whoa. You got to chill. Y'all got to chill.
I said Geno Smith's a better option than Kirk Cousins. I'll give you that.
It's because of the money. That's what it is.
I agree.
Geno's a cheaper option.
Nah, he's got more pop in his arm.
Oh, my God.
I like Geno more than Kirk.
Y'all seeing Kirk fresh off the Achilles, and now y'all just writing him off.
I'm not saying from a career standpoint.
Man.
I think Kirk Cousins has had a better career than Geno, but for next season, who's the better quarterback?
You gonna have healthy Kirk.
You heard
what Dante Jackson say? What Dante said, you need a year to get back from that Achilles. He had 0 picks that first season back. He got 5 of them things career high right now, man. Just take some time, bro. Let Kirk. Just give him. He need about 100 more days, and he'll be good, man.
I saw him 2 games ago float a ball over to the sidelines. It probably took about 10 seconds to get
because
there.
he couldn't drive his foot right now. You know what I mean? But
whose problem's that?
You see how Aaron Rodgers looked at times?
He's got 23 touchdowns and 8 picks.
Yeah, that ain't Rodgers. That ain't.
That's a good season. That's a good season for Kirk, and we're talking about it being a bad season for Rodgers.
Man, Kirk $100 million guy, man.
Rodgers can still spin it.
Kirk can spin it too, man. When he's healthy, he ain't up right now, man. That's it, man.
Rodgers still got it. Just the season from hell for him and the Jets.
Who costs more? Who gonna cost more between them dudes? Between Geno, Kirk, and Rodgers?
Probably Rodgers. I'm taking.
You said Geno gonna cost more than Rodgers?
I'm taking my chance with Rodgers though. He's an all-time great. It's Aaron Rodgers. I'll take my chance with that for a year.
He's a set price. Like I think.
All right, hold on. So why do you feel like Aaron Rodgers be the higher of those guys?
It's Aaron Rodgers.
You say who gonna cost more?
Yeah, who costs more? Yeah, getting those guys into the building.
Unless Rodgers takes a discount.
Yeah, I don't think Rodgers tries to kill you.
Yeah, maybe it's a Brady deal.
But you think
25
Geno would?
I think Geno's still.
I don't know what Geno's market is. Seattle's moving off of him.
Geno's nice.
He's 30 plus.
That's fine.
He's in that range, right?
Is someone giving him a starting job next year?
Who, Geno? Yes. Geno's a starter.
If Seattle moves off him.
I think the same way Baker got an opportunity, he's going to get an opportunity. I look at him kind of like Baker going to Tampa. He would be looked at like that Geno's because of what he did in Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be 30 million or so. 25, 30. See, like the Titans taking a chance on him. It'd be like you're bringing in Geno, maybe you're drafting like a Carson back. So that's why I'm wondering if someone will be breaking the bank. No.
Why do you feel like that?
You have the rookie sit behind Geno for a year.
No, he's not like a rookie for a year. He's like a Celtics Cleveland. No, he's
what?
Not that.
Your perceptions of Geno are different. Yeah. The way that you perceive Geno is like a bridge quarterback.
It doesn't seem like
Seattle
the way that TG really finished the season off strong with Geno right now.
Say, hold on, bro. Whoa. What you mean just for a year?
Yeah.
All likely that he just goes back to Seattle for like another year or two. That's probably the most likely scenario. But we're talking about doomsday scenario, no Russ, no Fields. And we got to go.
Pittsburgh is closer to West Virginia than Seattle is. All right, so that's got to count for something as well, man.
I'm going Rodgers. If the Jets get rid of Rodgers, he would be my next guy. I'm definitely going Rodgers.
We love Geno in Pittsburgh. You would love Geno.
I just think Kirk the best option of all three, man.
Hell no.
I just think Kirk you the best option of all three. Kirk you the best option of all three.
TG, what are you doing if it's? I know you said Geno over Kirk, but if it's legitimately Rodgers versus Geno to the Steelers,
taking Geno.
Oh man, come on.
Ooh.
Come on.
All right, convince me on it. I'm open to being convinced. How'd you sell that to yourself?
Because just at this point, man, like I love Aaron. I just want you got to see him move. He played good last week though, but it's just Geno, man. Right? Geno's a starter. You know, I'll take Geno
That's
right
Aaron
now.
Rodgers.
I'm saying right now.
Time
I'm saying right now.
I mean, I could say the
Right
same
now,
thing about
today.
Aaron Rodgers right
You
now
know,
in
I
his
spoke
Jets
about
season.
Aaron 2
It's a
years
bad
ago.
season for
Aaron
Rodgers. That's a
was-
good season for Geno.
I said Aaron for president 2 years ago,
TG,
but that was a
TG.
different. That's a different Madden game, bro. It's a different year.
Bro, you ain't give me
Yeah.
no positive ammunition for Geno. You just simply was like, yo, but I'm around with Geno because it's Geno. It's, you know what I mean? It's Geno. I'm like, yo, what does that mean? That boy say, yo, Rodgers,
Geno,
this, that.
man.
Hey, man, I'm gonna go with Geno just because it's Geno, man. It's Geno, man.
Yo, Geno got a.
man.
I mean, Aaron got a bigger arm, but Geno got a big arm. Geno can move better. Geno can run offense.
Geno can run straight. Geno didn't have some runs today, this season, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Geno's ability to do was as Geno can run an offense. Like, he good quarterback. Like, it's not too gadgety. You don't got to know to, like, he ain't doing all that. What you want us to do? Like, Aaron's offense take about 2-3 years to just understand. It seems like, you know.
Okay. I see what
Take
you
a
mean.
little, you know. Geno come on, what you need to be ran.
Rodgers has 23 touchdowns, 8 picks right now.
Like, how many passing yards on the season too?
He's gonna finish with probably over 4,000.
What's he got right now?
Oh, look, I got Geno's stats pulled up
Here
though.
we go.
Rodgers 23 and 8, and he's gonna have like over 4,000 yards when the season ends. And so I don't know, he might end up with close to 30 touchdown passes. That's what we're talking about. Rodgers having a bad season with those stats. That's like a career year for Geno. Geno right now, 14 touchdowns, 13 picks, 3,600 yards.
Yeah.
30. He gonna have he gonna end about 4,200 though. He
And
gonna have about
people
4,200.
are acting like Rodgers is washed.
He gonna have 40. He gonna throw for 4K though.
The yard's so quiet though. You hear?
Let me look him up. I don't know what they are. I just know he's got 23 and 8.
He throwing for the 4K. That's what Geno about to do. He throw for 4K. He gonna
They
end
run
about
the
20
ball.
tutties. Yeah.
They run the ball over there. They got running touchdowns over there.
And Geno
People
faster
run
than
the
him right
ball.
now too. Geno definitely faster than Rodgers running right now.
He's got about 400 more passing
And
yards than
all
Rodgers.
them don't be on Geno.
Oh, Rodgers ain't got no yard. Oh, Rodgers ain't got no yard. Oh, that's
Rodgers has the higher QBR actually right now
I
too.
respect.
Higher QBR, higher QB or touchdown interception ratio.
Well, all Geno's picks aren't on Geno.
Geno got more. They said Geno
man.
got more passing yards though. That's what he said. Geno got more passing yards.
But Rodgers is going to end up with like 4,000, 3,200, 3 games left. It's going to be close to 4,000.
And he gonna mess around and still be 3-1 almost touchdown to pick. Whereas Geno, best case be 2-1, maybe if he goes in the heater.
I'll give Geno credit though.
You want a little bit of
He's
heater?
leading the winning team right now. Something to be said for that. I'm just talking next year.
I mean, Seattle's still in the playoff race.
I'm taking Rodgers.
Seattle's still in the playoff race.
Yeah.
Geno has.
I'll give him.
This
I'll
would
give
be
him
what
that
his-
credit.
Geno just got hurt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did too. Yeah, good call. He got hurt. Yep.
You see what it's like without Geno, it's different.
So you missed me a little bit, huh? All right, yeah. Okay, all right. I do like this though. So we'll see, man. We'll obviously monitor both of the dudes, man, as this whole offseason goes, man.
We're signing Russ or we're signing Fields. That's what
Russ
it's
gonna
coming
cost
down
though. Russ definitely gonna cost though.
to. He'll give us the hometown deal.
Gotta give a little discount.
Yeah.
You love it here.
Yeah, take like
Something
30.
between
Don't-
30
yeah.
and 40.
Don't kill us. Just yeah, get what's yours, but don't kill us. All right. Update on terms of the AFC playoff picture, OTG, man. How you feeling about everything right now, man? Are the guys, in terms of the black and gold, man? We're gonna get this here 1 seed, man, 2 seed. What we looking like, man?
What they gotta win this week and then
So right now, let me pull it up. They are officially.
We might be screwed out of the 1 seed.
Yeah, 1 seed wise, we 3 games back. Kansas City, obviously, with the
I think
winning this
KC's
week.
got to lose out.
Yeah, they're 13-1. We're
Lose the 1
10-4. We are still close enough for the 2 seed. Buffalo is 11-3. And then obviously Texas is sitting at 9-5 right behind us. Ravens 9-5 as well. Broncos 9-5, and then Chargers are 8-6. They're currently the 7th seed. But yeah, as we currently sit right now, yeah, Chiefs would need to lose out. We would have to win out, and that would give us the tiebreaker against them because we play them next week.
so you know.
Mahomes did get hurt. Got the high ankle
Is he
sprain.
what?
He got
Now
the high
they're-
ankle sprain.
And it's time for them. They really need to sit Mahomes.
Because they got everything locked up
Yeah.
except the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Because Buffalo
They
is
really-
2 games behind them, and Buffalo got Patriots twice and Jets once.
They kind of don't need to play with that.
Do you risk not having that one seed if you're Kansas City, though?
That's dangerous, though, because you want everything to come through there.
Right. You saw what it. You did do it last year on the road, but you know what that's like.
You want everything to come through there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think everybody's still playing hard. It's still football.
They could probably win with Wentz. Let's be honest. They could win a game with Wentz.
I would agree.
Andy
Who else
Reid.
they got?
Who's their matchups, though? I don't feel like they're beating us with Wentz, though.
I
feel like they need to have
games.
Mahomes.
They got Houston this week.
Like, if they're playing Carson Wentz versus us next week, we're going to be favored in that matchup. If Mahomes is out there, then they'll be favored. But if Mahomes is out,
Houston this week.
Would anyone be surprised if they won like multiple games with Wentz? I mean, they went on little winning streaks with like Chad Henne.
They got Houston and then who?
And then us. Houston,
then
us, and
might be the Broncos. Yeah, I think they got a kind of a tough schedule.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't just think that it's a foregone conclusion that Carson Wentz wins those
Texans,
games.
Steelers, Broncos.
I'm like, Chiefs with Mahomes, yeah, different.
I'd maybe try
Chiefs
Wentz against the Texans this week.
Hey, I like us.
I think I would try it against the Texans at home.
I think the Texans are tough. They're playing good football. They just got a nice win.
Or do you feel like Wentz is that good that he still is going to be able to come in here and kind of do some of the elevating? Because that's the thing we talk with Mahomes
it's
this
just
year.
more about it's Reid, it's the Chiefs, it's the system. They'll figure something out.
But a large part of the figuring out is Mahomes. When we say they'll figure it out, it's Mahomes. That's the we'll figure it out part. If he's out the equation, we don't get to just say they'll figure it out. Now we like, yo, who you throwing it to? Who's this? Who's blocking again? What's the run? Yeah,
they'll still be in these games though. I don't think they're going to be out of the Texans game double digits.
Their defense
at
is
halftime.
good. Yeah, they got a really good defense.
I think they could do enough to be competitive against the Texans, and I wouldn't be surprised if they won.
I like it. All right. Okay.
Yeah, unless you want to throw Mahomes out there a week removed from a high ankle sprain. And you only have one loss.
Yeah.
You just need to win one of these games to get the one seed.
That's literally it.
That's what I mean. I'd throw Wentz out there for this game, I think. From them.
The Wentz out for this game, Mahomes next game, if this game doesn't go right.
Well, they might make you because it's going to be the Christmas game on Netflix. They might make Mahomes be out there.
Taylor Swift
that's why I'm saying throwing Wentz out there for this game might be a good idea.
Respect. I see what you got going on there. So
they might make you do that.
It's a lot of eyes on that game, TG. It's going to be the who's. Mariah Carey might perform at halftime. She might be singing, All I Want for Christmas. You feel me? Like, it's that type of event, man. Taylor Swift ended her tour just to be here for that game. Sierra ended her tour just so she could be here for that game. It's Christmas Day. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Santa got to get to work early because he know that black and gold, them terrible towels got to be delivered, baby. You know what time it is, TG? Yeah. Yeah, they said Mahomes, you don't get to be hurt for this one. Yeah.
They might play Renegade twice.
They might play it every quarter. You might just end of the first quarter. Oh, mama. I was like that. Netflix glitching out. You know how Netflix do. So, yeah, man. Send me a vibe, bro.
Can they handle that?
We're going to find out. They ain't do so well last time. We're going to find out.
Hopefully. Yeah, that fight.
They ain't do so well last time. Yeah, the fight was it was real bad. Shout out to AB. It was real bad.
Hopefully it's all right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But shoot, other than that, though, man, what y'all got? Anything else? About to say, man, because we didn't hit everything I needed on the front end, man. What you got on your end, TG, before we get up out of here, man?
Man, let's go Mountaineers, man,
This ain't 2006 anymore.
And Rich Rod, he
West Virginia needs to realize that. With
Rich Rod, he trusts.
We play tonight at 9. It's game day. It's game day. They play at 9, bowling, finish the season on up.
There it is. Hey, did y'all win y'all bowl game? I ain't even checked. Did you say y'all did win the bowl game?
No, it's tonight at 9.
Oh, it's at 9. Oh, y'all got the late. All right.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Hold on. They really got y'all playing on a random too. That's so stank. Oh, All right, I'm gonna tune in.
This-
Which channel? You
this
say
game
ESPN
though.
Ocho? Which channel? Which channel is it?
ESPN.
360 or Ocho? Which one you said was?
Is it just on
ESPN.
Plus? ESPN Plus?
Just ESPN.
Definitely
Just
Plus.
ESPN. Just ESPN at 9 o'clock.
You gotta use
man.
the app to watch it.
It ain't nothing else going but us, man. They got us prime time.
Ooh, yeah. I like that Mountain West prime time. I'm with you on that. Heck yeah, man.
You said Mountain West.
Yeah. The real prime time is like 7:30 or 8.
9-8 Central. Like, you know how they say it.
I like it, bro. It's a big game because you're in it, man. You feel me? As long as you believe it's a big game, man, it's a big game, TG. I'm with you, bro. I'll be watching, all right? I'll be tapped in. You said 9 o'clock.
Is Rich Rod coaching?
Yeah.
And 9-8 Central.
Who's
man.
coaching
Like,
this game?
We got our running back coach took over.
Oh, okay. Little,
Rich Rod going to be on the sidelines?
yeah, we ain't know how you felt
No.
about that. Like, yo, I left when it was my bowl game, so now I'm back for y'all bowl game.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
because Rich Rod did do that after Pitt beat him 13-9.
You know that's not how it go, man. We got the intern coach.
That's
who
exactly
took
how
over.
it did with the coach you just hired.
He said, yo, this loss ain't on me. I ain't
That's
touching
exactly how
that
it
one.
went.
This ain't my bowl game. This y'all bowl game.
He getting ready to bring his in. Like, you know, it's like, man, college football is crazy for certain things. Like, what they do say is crazy. Like, because these boys are jumping in the transfer portal right now, and it's like still bowl season.
Oh, no, seriously, bro. Like
that is crazy.
it messes the flow of everything up. But shoot, we was victims of it last year, and I think we about to be benefiting it this year because it looked like the quarterback of the team we supposed to be playing is hopped in the transfer portal. So, all right, I know what that feels like. Yeah, definitely know what that feels like. Yeah. They all in Indiana right now. Shout out.
That's tough, bro.
Yeah.
You know, they should get some like parameters to that part.
Nah, man, you sound like an old man. Don't you do that? No.
I'm just saying.
Nah, let them live, man. If the coaches are great, let them coaches figure that thing out, man.
That's almost like you transferring to that's like you transferring to the school and you get to play in the bowl game.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
That's kind of janky, but it's like that. A little janky, but I like it though. My
That's
dog,
tough.
man, my dog. All right, now Tom J trying to push some bad juju on your your W. You guys say y'all bowl game will get canceled because no one's showing up. Y'all are not
That's crazy.
Marshall. Y'all are not Marshall. Y'all got this, man. I know y'all gonna pull up, man. Y'all gonna have a valiant effort tonight in California prime time, man. So you gonna be good, baby.
Oh, hey, we gonna win tonight. We gonna win tonight. Tune in. We gonna win tonight. Tune in.
Y'all make sure y'all got all your added like packages to y'all regular
You don't
ESPN.
need-
Otherwise,
you don't
y'all
need
can't
all the
see this
packages.
game. All
You
right,
don't need all the
make sure you
packages.
pay for the extended
You don't need
package,
all the
bro.
packages.
All right.
All you need is the basic.
Hey,
cable.
look,
Like,
pay
you
for
don't-
that extra one. If you need to go to the little janky website, just whatever you need to do.
You don't need that.
9 o'clock, all right? Yeah.
Come on, ESPN.
My dog.
Everyone in the chat saying they got their money on Memphis.
That's
That's a bad bet. On Deke
Oh,
investments, you didn't say that.
Oh,
That's a
man.
bad bet.
That's tough.
You know that. That's a bad bet. Don't take that.
My dog, man. Hey, we appreciate you as always, man. And we won't talk to you until the new year, man. Yeah. No show next week, man. Obviously, we know that's the Christmas week and everything like that. Plus, your boy is in the middle of the move, man. All right. So,
man.
hey, man. Come on, man. We moving on up. Hey, now. Hey, come on to
That's
the
easy,
inside.
son.
Hey, look, you know you getting invited, man. Deke is invited too. All right, man. All y'all get to pull up to the new spot. Not the chat. Y'all can't pull up, but y'all get to
You
see
throwing a
it.
party?
I ain't say that. I just said you invited to the new spot. I hope you pull up to the new spot. See, TG,
I think there needs to be a party,
see,
though.
now y'all doing a lot.
TG, doesn't there need to be a party?
No, we did not say that, did we? That's
Yeah.
hey, man. Come on, we ain't
throw
say
a
that,
function
man.
in there.
Jason would throw a function in here. All right. So, like I
Yeah,
said,
what do we
man,
get invited to do? Just sit around?
hey, look,
We need- we
man.
need a party.
Hey, look, man. I'll figure out something. All right, let me get the coordinate. But y'all ain't about to get me in trouble. All right, ain't no party. Tell me some party at the new spot. Nah, stop it. All right, the chat, stop it.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
Leah,
the new
they
stuff.
talking about we offended. We ain't invited. No, y'all will be with us in spirit and in truth. All right, but yeah, y'all can't pull up to the function. All right, not to the casa. You dig? But yeah, man. So next time we talk, baby, we'll be over there, man. So we definitely looking forward to that, man. Shoot, might even have to have you stop by something like that, man. But either way, you already know what it is, man. But appreciate you as always, man.
My dog.
Peace.
Bro.
Shout out right there to TG. If y'all was enjoying him on the show, hit that like button one time for the culture. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Yeah, Deke, man, they kind of got on me. They was like, man, what you mean we ain't invited?
Yeah, a lot of the chat's disappointed.
Hey,
here.
man, look, man. We'll throw the stream up. I did not turn the camera on. Y'all can see everything. All right,
Tyler from the 334
Man.
says just rent an Airbnb just to make us think it's your house, Moats.
Oh, good idea, actually. I could do that. You know what? TBD on that one. Yeah. I like that. That's a nice compromise. Good little alternative option. Yeah, but you can't come to the house. The spot. Come on, man. Yeah.
AJ Martinez dropped a couple supers here. Had a few things to say. He says, would running an unbalanced line help with the run game?
It does at times. It's the only issue with that is you're just really predictable. It's a super heavy-handed look. It's like when we call in a fullback or extra offensive lineman. From a defensive standpoint, we're not trying to stop everything. We're just trying to get a couple of keys to limit what we need to play against, and then from there, we're going to go out there and attack the way that we do. So when we see unbalanced offensive line, we just know that your traditional blocking protection-wise is going to be compromised. So it's a higher probability for run play. When New England was doing the unbalanced line during the deflate season, that was when they weren't having to announce the extra offensive lineman or who would be in and who was eligible. And what they did, they tricked I want to say it was the Colts they were playing against, but defensively they couldn't match up because they were reading unbalanced offensive line. So you get set, close right, move left to adjust to where your new center would be, which would be the guard most close to the to where the ball is being snapped at. That would be your new center, so to speak. But because they didn't know that this guy was actually declaring eligible, meaning the tackle was, they were lining up towards the tight end, and the tackle just killed them all day running routes and stuff. Nowadays, though, that's out the window. They report, hey, such report is eligible. So before the play starts, we know, okay, that's the guy that we're playing as a tight end. So if this is move at the end of the line of scrimmage over here, but we know that that's the eligible, then I'm not even entertaining this guy. So it really just minimizes the threats from a defensive standpoint. It minimizes how you can attack us. And then personnel-wise, I'm saying, if they got an extra offensive lineman out here, or if they're going unbalanced and now this formation is sort of bastardized, they can't go back here because it's only one guy over here. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have enough on that side. So now we just going to react accordingly. Now, you can do that in short yardage situation, very similar to what we see the Eagles do, right, with the tush push. You know what it is. You know what's coming. It's not designed for 5 yards. It's designed to get 1 to 2 yards consistently at a very high clip and minimize the exposure for damage for the QB. If you're running it in that context, yeah, it can work. But I think if you're treating it like, I know I've seen like high school programs, you'll see them like, they'll come out and be wildcat the whole game, or they'll come out and be unbalanced the whole game. It's like, at this level, dudes are able schematically to, all right, we can adjust this. You're not going to trick us. And now you don't even have the advantage that you were trying to get accomplished, and your personnel is going to be a little bit more compromised as well. So there is some areas where it could work, AJ, but as a whole, I wouldn't do a ton of it. I think you sprinkle it in 1 or 2 times, tops. But right now, I mean, yeah, we haven't really brought that out there, and typically we ran well. It's just that defensive line right there is actually a dang good defensive line, and we know personnel-wise. That's what we've talked about those guys as well coming out in the draft.
He also asked, what about overloads on the D opposite? TJ39 already plays center field.
Mm-hmm.
Love, blessings, respect to all. From AJ the Arrogant, LOL. I love me some Rita.
Shout out to Rita, baby. Let's get it. All right, what about overloads on defense opposite of TJ? And so at times we do that. Defensive line-wise, you'll see us where TJ is almost isolated to one side of the ball where everybody else is kind of center and pushed over to the other side, and all you're trying to do is just make a team slide the protection one way, so now TJ has to be isolated one-on-one. And some teams will throw a chip in there and be like, yo, we don't care. We'll just run a two-man route. And when that happens, you technically have done your job because you've made them inconvenience themselves. But sometimes the teams are still able to make plays. And that's the other side with that. But we do some of that on occasion. You just don't want to get to the point where you're compromising the overall integrity of your defense or offense or defense trying to get this guy to make a play. It's like, man, if we know that they're going to keep trying to take away TJ, that's the reason why Highsmith is getting paid what he gets paid. Because we're like, yo, if they're going to focus all this over here, you better be a guy that can win. Cam, you notice Cam and TJ, they usually are offset. Because it's like, yo, if you getting all this attention over here, Cam, you better terrorize this guy over here. And if they ever decide to slide it this way, TJ, you better absolutely murder this guy when it's one-on-one, man. So, like I said, man, I was trying to get those matchups and stuff like that, but that's kind of the thought. And think about even with Minka, right? We've both, specifically you, have talked about Deshaun Elliott and just his overall production this year and how we felt, the good stuff coming from him. If you want to avoid Minka, don't mess with Minka, don't look at Minka, that's fine. We got us another guy, though, that will make those plays if you are putting the ball in his vicinity, if you are targeting him. And you look at his numbers, he's having a heck of a season right now. But it's due to some of the opportunities that he's gotten that Minka necessarily hasn't gotten. And that's what you want.
And that's the funny thing, though. Going back to our JPJ conversation, there's been times Elliott has gotten beat in coverage. Not necessarily beat. Like, he's had decent coverage, but got a ball caught on him. Mm-hmm. And it's fun. Like, I think maybe it's because he's a safety, but that's not something that's been highlighted with him at all. I think we that's something we really overlook with him. Which is
Njoku caught the touchdown on him last week, and we talked about everything.
I think the Cowboys game-winning touchdown was on Elliott too, right?
Yeah, we don't bring, but that's my part where I'm just like,
he's a safety though. There are some different expectations with that versus cornerback, but. We just really lock in on the really good things that
But it was
Deshaun
funny,
Elliott does.
though. I think of going back to even with Terrell Edmonds. How often have we ever seen him give up touchdowns from a passing perspective? You hardly ever saw that. But if a catch was had and he was in the vicinity zone or not, people instantly were just like, yo, it's on Edmonds. He sucks. He's scared we can't cover him.
If anything, we needed him for this Eagles game. He's the A.J. Brown kryptonite. We should have just matched Edmonds up one-on-one against him.
Low key, he did step up when we needed him, man. But I just feel like, man, with certain players, we just have a tendency to just be drawn to the negative part of their game, and then others is like, we're just drawn to the positive part. Like, and that's part of the human nature part.
Well, because Elliott is showing up more in the game in terms of like the splash plays as opposed to JPJ, but some of that is just nature of the position though too.
Heck yeah, man.
All right, I think that was really super.
So it was a couple that came in early. Let me get these real quick. Jeff H. He says, correction. Nostrodicus. Russ fumbled. Bro, shoot it. Bro, shoot. It might have been a banner cam, bam, bam, go ham in the stand with the fam that you thinking of. I think he's referring to a banner cam right there. But a banner cam, bam.
He hasn't gotten the opportunity to
in the stand with the fam. Yeah, is he still
no one's giving him a chance.
He's still the same fan, right?
Yeah, they didn't play him on Thursday night. That's one of the reasons why they lost.
I could see that. Okay. They trying to sabotage Purdy out there. That's what's going on, bro.
No. Not completely.
Just think if Purdy, if he had that running attack, Purdy could light it up with his arm.
Well, yeah, I mean, San Fran's stupid by not putting a Bannacan in, but I don't think it's to sabotage Purdy. They're just unfamiliar with the Bannacan. They need to get familiar.
Concepts called that man a Banny Wakanda. Bro, what? Hey, man, I like what we doing, bro. But he says a Banner Wakanda's first snap is going to be a fumble, though. Oh, he said it was a fumble.
I think that was in preseason.
Was it really a fumble?
Special team. It was, I don't know.
Don't you do that, Deke. He really fumbled Deke first snap?
I think it was preseason.
Was it raining?
Might have been a kick return.
Was it raining? It might have been raining. Sunlight was in his eye. It was a night.
I think it was at the Jets Stadium, too. You know, that stadium's
it's janky. Yeah, it's a little janky over there.
Might have twisted his ankle.
They said it was a toss play. It ain't count then. Shot the time. It was a toss play, man.
I don't think it was.
It ain't count. It definitely ain't count.
They are saying first snap regular season was a fumble. Okay, that's not good.
All right.
I do vaguely remember that now that they're bringing that up.
Greg Yeager also. Oh man, the chat just jumped. Let me give me 1 second. There we go. Greg Yeager. I think you did ask this one about if Najee fumbles again. Or no, you said this when we were calling
before
him.
we were.
Yeah, if Najee fumbles again, is he still gonna be a Steeler?
Yeah, we talked to TG about the fumbles. So he thought it was 0.
He did, which was funny.
A lot of different perspectives on Najee.
Hey man, they said you was hating on Najee, man. They said, yo,
I'm
stop
not.
hating on Najee.
I swear
bro.
to God, he's put the ball on the ground like 2 times over the last like month and a half before this most recent one. So it'd be like 3 total.
Deke, you know I was with
at
you,
least.
bro. It made me think I was researching too much, bro. I was like, yo, is my mind? Am I tripping? I know
I'm
I've
not.
seen what I've seen.
I know I'm not. Yeah, I know something happened.
It really made me just. I was questioning some things, man. Yeah, Leah Warren is with us. She says, "I know what I saw," and I know Leah ain't crazy. That's the other part. Like Leah got good eyes. She's smart. Like she's not tripping. She knows, and she's an honest person. That's the other part. You know what I mean? Like I'm with it, man. I'm like, yo, Deke, I know I've seen it. This year, not last year. This year, I know what I've seen.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see, man. All right. Let's see. Juice Bellamy also says, why even speak the negative to existence, Deke? And I think that was in response to when we were talking about trying to avoid some of the injuries, or if you're playing guys, sitting guys, and stuff like that.
It's something you got to be mindful of.
Yeah. I mean, you do got to be mindful of it on occasion.
Like the Chiefs are dealing with the same thing with Mahomes right now. Something legit to talk about. Something legit to have a conversation about.
And he got a legit high ankle too, bro.
You think the Chiefs are just being like, oh, let's ignore the Patrick Mahomes high ankle sprain. Go out there. We're not. I don't want to speak the injury even into existence, even though you have something you're dealing with. You're healthy. You're fine. Just get out there. Sean Elliott legit has a hamstring injury. Ogunjobi has a groin injury. Hammies. I like Pickens hamstring injury.
Yeah, all 3 of those soft tissues I don't like. I can understand, like, if Mahomes was out there and just say, yo, spat me up, give me the super duper tape job, wear a high
he would for the
top
playoffs.
cleat, like he would. He
No
did in the
doubt.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, like, I know that one he could if he wanted to. The soft tissue, like the hammy stuff, and especially when you're talking Elliott or GP, just the nature of their position, they have to use that big muscle group when they're sprinting and they're covering as much ground as they're covering. And that's part of what makes them both as good as they are, because they play with reckless abandon and they could go get it. That changes though, man. And now you talking about potentially damaging it even more. So yeah, man, you got to be a lot more smarter with that one, man. Larry with the groin. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, 80% of the game, you're going to be fine. But there is a 20% where, yeah, that pull, that did you get held? They didn't call it. You kind of slipped out, like, and that's how you can mess the groin back up. But I ain't tripping on it. I feel like the groin, you come back sooner than that groin. That hammy, I ain't messing with that hammy right now. But the groin be all right.
We got any other chats?
Yes, Jeff H. He also says, moment of the year, TG. I don't think that's on Najee. Deke, wait, what? Tell me when you had your reaction. I had me in here laughing, crying and stuff, man. Yeah. And he says, Sabotage 22 is in full effect. Fake Sabotage 7 still in full effect.
I don't even know how.
7 just caught a stray, huh?
Hold on, you have to say that again. I was gonna bring up the toss though again. I just don't even know how the thought of Russell Wilson tossing that better was even like a thought. I guess technically, I guess maybe, but holy cow!
Deke just like, yo, I don't even. I can't.
That wasn't even.
Deke, we can't sell that to you, bro. It's nothing that you can't.
Hell no. There's just no way.
But what if he's just like, you got to get more air under the toss, bro? Like, hey, he tossed it the wrong way, bro.
No way.
Come on, you can't be tossing it like that, man. You gotta have a little more grace on your toss. Yeah.
So yeah, what did you want to see improved on the toss? You said a better lead.
Yeah, I think if you lead him a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? Just like instead of it hitting him right in the chest, you want to hit him at like eye level with like, you know, a 45-degree angle so you can like get it while he's already facing this way, because he had to like kind of turn his shoulders back a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to have to do that. You want to just be able to and then just, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I would say that. I would also say like the rotation. He went clockwise. I think it's easier to catch it counterclockwise. So he need to like instead of spinning that, you know.
Is that even true? Right? You might be making stuff up now at this point.
Is Russ elite or is he not? Is he an elite quarterback or is he a regular quarterback?
I'm actually genuinely asking. Is that true
is he
about the
counterclockwise
toss?
Is he an elite quarterback or is he not an elite quarterback, man?
Is that true? Is that even true, though?
Absolutely not. It sounds good, though. It sounds good. Yeah, it probably is not. But you feel it when you're going left hand versus right hand. That's what it is. So if it's a right hand guy, because your rotation, and it really shows up with punts. Okay. A right-footed punter versus a left-footed punter, yeah, the rotation of it, how it spins. So when it's dropping, it's going to drop right to left versus left to right. That's literally it. Yeah.
I mean,
that's literally it.
It was still a fine toss.
Yeah. I don't like the toss, bro.
I
just didn't like the toss, man.
Could he have tossed it over a couple more inches for a lead?
You know what?
Maybe.
You know what? I don't even blame Russ. I blame Zach Frazier. You know why? He should have took the little towel out like at the rain game and dried the football off, so that way when Russ got it and did the toss, it would have been a little drier so Naj could catch it. See, it's Frazier's fault, bro. I knew it was Frazier's fault, bro. It had to be Frazier's fault, bro. It had to be.
Are you guys actually being serious about knee-jerk reaction you actually thought could have been a better toss?
What you mean, bro? I'm better, bro. What you mean, bro? Why you doing like that, bro?
Is it a coincidence that you said that first thing yesterday whenever we brought up the Najee fumble? TG brought it up. Is either that or you guys are conspiring behind the scenes and you texted TG, say it was on Russ?
No. I ain't text nobody, bro. I'm just Deke's like, hold on, bro. I know what I've been watching. I know what I know. Y'all not about to tell me this, man. Deke, you good, bro. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. You feel me? I'm with you.
No, I want to hear legit.
No. You are 1,000% right. I'll mess it just because of what the ESPN stat has officially said. Knowing that the stat is going to
No, but you said it before we looked at the stat.
But I literally said it just messing with you, though, bro. Because I knew you was going to get on Naj. So I ain't want you to get on Naj all the way. So I'm like, yo, man, you got to be a better pitch, bro. Bro, the pitch hit him right in the chest, bro. Come on. Like, all jokes aside, like, catch the daggone ball. Najee would tell you that 1,000 days over, man. Yeah. Anybody that ball, it was 1,000% you got to catch that football, man. But it is kind of funny to just be like, yo, man, you got to pitch that better, man. You got to pitch it better. And with ESPN.
Could he have, is my question. Could he have?
He would have to go out there and hand it to him for it to be better, man.
I'm just because you had me convinced about the lead a little bit. Like, is Russ told to lead him a little bit more?
So in all seriousness, the issue is Najee. He turned his head at the last second, man. Instead of seeing the football in, and this is no different than wide receivers. We'll say when a wide receiver, Deontay Johnson, when he would have his drops, he's already looking for the move he is about to make on that defender that's coming versus actually seeing the football into his hands. And you look at when Najee, before he gets the pitch, he's looking back, getting ready to catch it. Right before the ball comes, he turns his head to see, all right, who's this defender that I'm about to make miss? And that's when the ball hits right in the stomach. It was literally just that small of a detail, man. But that's all that is, man. Yeah, it ain't nothing. The pitch was perfect, man. It's just he had that lapse in judgment. And it is small like that, but that's in between a catch and not a catch. Shoot, difference between making a tackle and missing a tackle sometimes, man. Are you seeing the target the whole way through, or did you get distracted by something at that last second, man?
Why's TG saying what he was saying?
Now, TG, I think he was kind of back and forth because I felt like at the beginning, I don't know if he all the way knew that it was on Naj or not. And then I felt like when we kept talking about it more, because when we said, hey, ESPN actually has it on Russ, he was like, oh. So that's what I'm like, I don't really know.
There's just, I'm just very, I think you two are the only ones I've actually heard a different perspective on could the toss have been a little bit
don't believe
better.
that perspective, man. I know for a fact I'm messing with you the whole. I've been messing with you. Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm not changing my style. Catch the ball, it hit you in the chest, but
it was literally.
Could it actually have been thrown out a couple inches further? It's supposed to be taught, actually taught that way.
Listen, man, when you talk about splitting hairs, bro, the ball hit you in the chest, and it wasn't like you was reaching back. Like I joked about, he had to look back. It's like it wasn't like his momentum stopped or he had to do anything different. It was literally just he turned his head that last second to see who was the guy he was gonna have to make miss versus seeing it all the way in. Receivers do it all the time, man. You be like, yo, you just gotta catch it first, then go to that next spot, man. But that's all it was. Yeah. It just sucks that they put it on Russ, though. That's the funny part. I'm like, yo, somebody's going to bring up that turnover when they're bringing up Russ's turnover. They be like, yo, Russ had X amount of turnovers. He was in Pittsburgh, man. He wasn't in that. He ain't do all that. Just like, bro, it's a toss play. Like, yo, I need to go back and look, man. How many quarterbacks that got toss play fumbles on their resume, man? Yeah.
He don't care.
He really don't. He don't.
Ahmad Javed, question for Moats. How much different is the preparation for facing division rivals second time? Does the short week have any impact as well?
Oh, man. Shoot. It's a lot that goes into that, man, when you talk about the division rival, especially the second time. And more importantly, this time, man, with Baltimore, because they were making adjustments when we were playing against them. And now personnel-wise, they've made some adjustments to go along with schematically certain things they're doing differently now. So with that, yeah, you do have to kind of make some adjustments. But as a whole, when you're typically playing against that division opponent and it's the second time around, you have the familiarity of, I know how they attacked me the first go, and I know how I attacked them. But now you're trying to remember the plays that they got you on. The ones where you were late with your eyes or where you felt a little bit of just hesitation. Why was that? Now you're trying to go and fine-tune all of that. And then you remember what you did well on them, and you're banking on being able to do that. But you also know, all right, if I beat them with this, I better get ready to have a counter off of this because I know this is what they're going to be preparing for. Now, I'm still going to be ready for this, but let me also be thinking about plan B, so to speak, as well, because just the professionalism of it. Now, when you talk about the short week, you don't trip on the preparation from a mental standpoint on the short week. It's mainly becomes a physical focus. How and what do I need to do to get my body feeling as close to ready on Saturday? You know, like what would I do? Because I've already missed a day. Usually Tuesday is your big health day. You know, you watch film on Monday, you'll do some treatment, but Tuesday's big treatment day. Well, shoot, you lose that when it's a Saturday game. So now it's like, when do I fit that in? How do I get that in with the film study, with the extra meetings, with the time that I need on the field and from a conditioning standpoint? So that becomes more of the focus, like I said, man, when it's the short week. But yeah, man, it's always fun though, man, when you got the division. Always fun, man, because you know those guys. You play them twice a year, and you legit, like, if you're fortunate enough, man, to play on your team long enough, you know, where you're seeing these teams 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, man, they get to the point where you really, like, I can't stand this dude right here. I don't have, like, we know what it is. He knows as soon as I see him, and I know as soon as he see me, like, yo, we are at it. And that's because of the rivalries of the division games, man. So, like I said, definitely a vibe with that, man. But, yeah, man, shout out to you. I like that question. Ahmad?
CJ Hayes, the artist, Bully Bars. How do y'all feel about Peyton Wilson at strong safety? He actually gets a ratings boost on Madden.
Hey, shout out to CJ Hayes. And y'all hit that like button as well, because this is CJ's 5th overall super chat, so we definitely appreciate your support for the channel. In terms of Peyton Wilson at strong safety, shout out to Madden, because you be telling me about TJ Watt playing, was it running back the one time?
No, they made a specific card from a running back. That was an Ultimate Team.
Oh, it was an Ultimate Team. Yeah. All right, respect. But yeah, in terms of, man, how you can move players around, man, and stuff like that, get the boost on Madden, I do like that. In terms of real life, I don't feel good about it at all. In fact, Peyton Wilson at safety, I feel worse about than when they were saying put Ryan Shazier at safety. I didn't like that either, man. I think those guys are elite athletes at linebacker. I think those guys are blazers at linebacker. But when you're talking about having the hips to play safety, the eyes to play safety, that type of short area quickness at safety, I just think it's a little bit more, you know, of a challenge than what we're anticipating for them. And that, I think, we would see a lesser version of what we're anticipating if you put a Peyton Wilson back there, man. I think that the sky is the limit for him at inside linebacker. And I think as long as he stays healthy, man, he's going to keep making plays and keep getting better at that spot. But I just think that he goes to a different class of athlete at safety. Whereas at linebacker, he is at the top of the class, cream of the crop in terms of what you're looking for from an athleticism perspective.
Nick Donegan, 23. Najee has 0 fumbles. Y'all are just haters.
There it is. There it is. Hate. Shout out to the homie, Nick.
I'm saying at least 3 after the Eagles game.
He said, "Yeah, hate it."
There was 2 before the game, and then obviously we saw what happened.
He said, "Why you hating? Why you hating?"
AJ Martinez, Deke is funny. Yesterday, refs. Today, what?
TJ ain't want to rock with you on the referee part too. That was kind of crazy, man.
I mean, I'm not lying.
TJ ain't want to go with you, man. He ain't want to go with you there. He went with you everywhere else though. But you said, "He's like, Ty, you lost me here, man."
They had some shitty calls on us. AJ Martinez says, Tyler, I'm now rocking the Riddler.
Oh, okay. The Riddler. Shout out to the Riddler, man. That made me think of the Rizzler. Yes. Look, YouTubers, man. My little guys always talking about the Rizzler. You skibbity toilet. You got W Riz. I'm like, bro, I don't speak this language. Yeah. I don't get it. But that's what it reminded me of when I seen that Riddler.
And AJ also says, Sabotage Diggler. No, never. He's a legend.
Big facts. Big facts. Definitely a legend. You see the coat on him. Actually, the jacket on. Ain't even no coat. That's a jacket.
It's a nice coat.
It's
nice jacket.
Nice. Yeah, put some respect on the jacket. Well, I see.
AJ also says, Deke, I love Tutu as a player, but he shot the bed like your girl, Amber Heard.
Yo! All right, AJ. I didn't realize it was a 2-parter. I just caught the first part. He caught me off guard. All right, like Amber. How you and Amber doing, by the way, man? Y'all good?
I don't know what she's up to.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was a terrible play. I was just trying to get some clarification from Moats and
shout out to part 2, man.
TG on their opinions about the toss being potentially better. I just wanted to make sure.
Hey, my dog was looking for some clarity, man. And I apologize, man. I be playing. I was playing. Deke said you played too much there, bro.
I truly wasn't
played a lot, bro. My bad.
Especially with
my bad, bro.
I mean, once TG, that was TG's initial reaction. So unless you guys did conspire before the show, he had the same initial reaction as you did. So that's why I'm just like, wait, what am I missing here?
I was low key surprised that TG kind of did that, and I was like, oh, all right. And I was like, all right, well, cool. This where we going. I guess we're gonna go. This TG's opinion. You know what I mean? And I just left it at that. I was like, we don't have to agree on the opinion. If this is how TG feels, as he feels, man. Yeah. But I just thought it was funny because your face, bro. He was like, what? What? Yeah.
Justin Gordon, will you have in-studio interviews at the new spot?
So we are planning to do some of those things, man. Not all of ours will be in studio because it's still at Casa, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but there will be some of those that will be actually in studio, man. So that is a part of the plan, man. In terms of just continue to make it bigger and better. That's what we've been doing, man. That's always the mindset. I know for me, man, as an individual, it's like, yo, whatever I'm touching, man, I want it to be better. The further I'm involved in it, the more I'm committed to it, then, when I joined the thing. So far, so good, man. We're going to keep that thing rolling. But yes, that is on the docket, baby.
Juice Bellamy says, Dan Jackson, safety from Georgia. That's the guy we need, Moats.
Okay. Now, respect.
Man, we shouldn't even be thinking safety if we're going to have Deshaun Elliott back and Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, because Elliott's 1 year, right?
Or
did he sign at 2?
So.
I thought he signed at 1.
That's 2 for 6, so 1 more. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 1 more.
We need it. We were talking about it though. A couple
you still gonna
podcasts
respond.
ago.
You
Let's
still
try
gonna
to give him an extension.
Re-up him.
He's still young.
You still feel good about Minkah, but you can still draft the guy. Now, how do you? Draft
I'm assuming this is a first round pick.
I haven't followed him enough.
I don't know either. But if
how many
up
safeties
draft
going the
guys
first
right
though?
Now, I don't want to be spending either first or second round pick on a safety. If we're gonna bring Elliott back and have Minkah. But yeah, I mean safeties. I mean, it's got to be Kyle Hamilton.
We've seen safeties start as slot and play kind of all around. Cam Sutton, Swift's Army knife type dude.
Yeah, maybe if this is a Brian Branch type of player,
Yeah,
that's a different story.
And he was what, second round?
Because that's a guy you could play in the slot.
Yeah, I guess I haven't watched enough of him just yet. Like
maybe
I know the
maybe
name.
I'm
I just haven't watched
assuming
enough
big time because
yeah,
he's bringing up a name, and we're not even close to draft. So if you're bringing up a name, like you got to be
feel
thinking
like
this guy's going to be first round
Yeah,
star.
that's
right?
what you mean.
Who's bringing up 6th and 7th round sleepers right now? Must check out this six round sleeper. It's December, middle of the season.
No, you know who will? Let's go UW. He gonna hit us with somebody from Wyoming, man. He gonna
yeah.
We ain't got to that part just yet, but he gonna have us with somebody. Hey, yo, check this guy out and this guy, and he's gonna have a linebacker. It's always a linebacker from Wyoming. So I do like that part.
Okay, I think that's it. That was the last super.
That was a vibe.
He says it's the backup Minka and Elliott.
Because he didn't want Casey then.
Casey's not it.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I don't want to be drafting a backup safety in the first round. Second round. Probably even third round. Maybe third round.
I mean, what you did with JPJ, essentially.
We knew he was playing, though, at some point rookie year.
The safety's going to play. That's your nickel. Him and Benny in some kind of
like
tandem.
Cooper to Gene.
Yeah, like you're gonna play him like that. Yeah,
I don't know what type of safety this guy is.
Yeah, that's my thing. I don't know what he is. Yeah, I don't know what he is. Yeah, because I'm like, if he's that type, but Cooper.
Juice Bellamy saying third round, so he is bringing up some like mid round picks for us to look at.
Okay, I'm gonna say I don't know enough about him just yet, man. But I'm like, Cooper that's the versatile. Can he play outside? Can he play safety? Is he a nickel? Like, is he return man?
I'm open to it third round. I'll say that.
I feel like he got to be a great athlete because he's coming from Georgia. That's the only thing I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of like Ringo, how we talked about him. Was that 2 years ago now? He was coming out at corner, and we're just like, yo, this big athlete. We know they've had multiple like safeties come out where it's just, they're athletic. So, all right. I like it then, man. Well, and you can never grow with another Georgia guy either.
Now he's saying second rounder.
All right, now
because he's GP's boy.
Oh, okay.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm kind of nervous, low key, because I'm like, which version of GP am I getting when I'm saying that's his boy? Because I need to know, like,
is this a guy that's going to keep GP
you
in line?
You catch what I'm saying, or is that the guy that's
here's the thing: we're talking about a guy that's 3-4 years younger than GP, potentially keeping him in line. Like that shouldn't be the case. It should be Pickens be the one mentoring this guy.
Yeah,
that's not a good look.
Yeah, that reverse. That's the reverse Uno. I won't like that one.
All right, we got another chat.
All right.
CJ Hayes, the artist, Bully Bars. So I asked because Wilson at strong safety behind Elliott. He had 2 picks, one for a touchdown. He's been pretty decent.
Yes, I get what I get the parallel you're trying to draw there. Because of him getting interceptions, you look and say, man, yeah, you can't cover it, man. If he can cover, what's the difference between, bumping him back to the safety spot versus him playing in the box the whole time? The difference is just the amount of space that he's going to be playing in and the proximity to his coverage. For Peyton Wilson, man, the most where you see him, like, in terms of, like, distance from his coverage is when he's playing Tampa 2 and he's that middle runner. Other than that, he's trying to eat up that space, get to you in a hurry, and, let me fill you a little bit. Let me get my hand on you. When you talking about safety, though, man, you don't get that luxury when you're too high. You don't get to touch nothing. It's get on your pedal, stay over top of 2 body, or stay over top of 1 to 2 body position on this one, and it's like, yeah, make sure your feet dancing because you don't get to do that. You don't get to touch that no more at the safety spot. I just think that's a different level of athleticism that you're speaking of, and not just can you do it on air by yourself, flip your hips, change direction, get up out of there. Now let me see you do that versus some of the, best in the world at wide receiver in terms of the guys that get to actually play on Sundays. Like, that's a challenge. I don't, to me personally, when I just look at him from his athletic profile, I think that would be a little bit more than I think he's just comfortable handling on a play-in and play-out basis, especially at this level. I think collegiately, maybe different convo, but here, I think that's tough on him, man.
Yeah, I just think it'd be too stiff.
That's like his hips aren't that. Patrick Queen has the better hips of the two, and I don't think Patrick Queen could play safety. Like, I think that the safeties, man, like, we think about Terrell Edmonds. Terrell Edmonds, athletically, for his size, is considered like, yo, that's elite athleticism for that. And even he struggles covering in terms of just true man-to-man, no, not touch you, let me play off and just my feet. Like, he's not doing that. Minka is one of the best in the world that does that. But most of these safeties, man, they not doing that, or they're a lot smaller.
Juice Bellamy says Jackson's a team player, team first type of guy.
Ooh, okay. Need that.
Okay, cool.
Well, so far, all of the Georgia guys speak very highly of GP, but all of them seem to be kind of like more reserved. You think about Darnell, a lot more reserved.
Yeah. Justin Gordon, did he ask this already? Or was that a different person?
He did.
He asked about in-studio interviews at the new spot.
Yeah, thought you asked that. Yeah, we said we do plan to do some of, not all of them.
Maybe he left when you answered or something.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, Justin, we appreciate you spending the block. But yeah, we will do some interviews in studio. Yes, not all of them, though, because, like I said, man, the studio was still at the Casa. All right. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? All right, some logistic things going on like that, man. But no, man, we will be having some people come up into the studio, man. So that's one of the things that we wanted to do, man, and expand, because y'all seen the handful of times we had TG in here. That's why we had to go back to just phone calls with him, because it was like, oh, we let tight. You know what I mean? Now we don't have them issues no more. We can vibe out. Everybody feel good, man, and get a chance to, like I said, man, keep the good times rolling. All right. So yeah, there we go. But I think we have caught up on all supers.
Yeah.
At that 210 mark. All right. I like it. Okay. Yo, y'all funny. I just read what you said in the chat too, Tyler. But with that being the case, man, that will conclude today's show. But hopefully each and every one of y'all enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button one time for the culture. And, of course, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Update. Remember, one more show this week. Then after that, man, y'all, let's see us, after the Christmas break, all right? But either way, man, we appreciate the heck out of each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us. Stay safe. And until next time, baby.
Peace.